Pump Fake Pod. How the heck are we doing here on this lovely Wednesday, now Thursday of Champ Week? Absolutely glorious time of the year. Days are longer and college basketball longer as well, too, as we still have games going off right now. We had games beginning at 11:30. Unbelievable. Elliot, how we doing?
Doing well, man. Busy at work today, so unfortunately didn't get eyes on a lot of the early games like I would have normally have done and liked to. But was kind of just box score watching when I got a chance to flip back and forth. Now sitting here enjoying the last ticket being punched tonight with Idaho, Montana, cheering on my boy Money Williams. Hopefully they can get it done, but I'd be happy with either of these teams. 7 seed, 4 seed, both of them would be fun in March. That's a flagrant. But yeah, it's been a good day. Getting close to the weekend. I was looking. This is going to be our probably the biggest slate for the rest of the time. 44 games. Just kind of slowly dwindles down from here. So looking forward to chopping it up with you. Unfortunately, missed it last night. Wish we could have went later so y'all could have seen me blitzed online giving out picks. But hey, had a good time with the mom. Took her out. Surprised her with some good seats. So it was a fun time last night, despite the K-State loss.
Yeah, I mean, it was you were going to expect that. That's why you were drinking so much. Good. That's what we want to hear. That's always fun getting out with the mother. Mother Money. I know that's different last name now, from what I remember. But yes, great stuff. Always fun. And I got out to go to the Horizon. I drank with Moneyline Mac from till 3 a.m. on Tuesday.
Let's go. He's a little wuss for not making a detour and coming to stay at the Money Mansion to watch his West Virginia Mountaineers turn the ball over 24 times.
That guy's a freaking motor, man. That dude drove to West Virginia right after the game. Did his TCE. He was doing his TCE when my wife was waking up for work. So it was a couple days he was here. So. Motor on that guy. You know what? And I don't blame him because that's a good ass time to do it. I know he's going to be in Cleveland, I believe, tomorrow for the MAC. So it was fun. Good little week of hoops. I was honestly glad to chill at home tonight and just watch games all day. I had a pretty busy day at work, but luckily I do travel for work sometimes, but I had the luxury of working from home. So I had 3 games on in the background doing some heavy work today, but still got eyes on the games, and it wasn't my best day today. I'm currently sitting at 10-18, so it was a fire night last night, but currently I'm sitting at 10-18, and I'm going to drop like 4.5 units today, but I've been doing so damn good this year, I'm still going to be up 70 units, so I don't care.
And Christmas in March.
And I talked about it. I've already made 10.5 units this March. If we lose a little bit, whatever. It's been a hot start to the year. And I talked about it. I know I sound prideful as hell when I'm talking about my units. And pride happens before the fall. I know that. So don't think that pride's one of the worst ones. I said it last night, I don't like being prideful. I don't like sitting here and touting. But guess what? When you're up 70 units, setting freaking records here on the Pump Fake Pod 2 years in a row, I'm gonna brag about it. We've got to make money for you guys. I'm gonna brag about it. And but guess what? The days I'm gonna sit there and go through the losses and have a losing day, I show up if I'm on the Pump Fake Pod. But yes, I will show up and still tweet out my record of a losing day always, and they are posted there. So yeah, so 10-18, that put me at 16-64 on the year for amount of wins, and then 14-30 losses. Still be up around 71 units on the year after today. So, we'll get back tomorrow. We got a lot of time to attack, a lot of games that we can double up on. And like you said it, man, tomorrow's like the last big slate. It's not the Friday mega show anymore tomorrow, or Friday. Yeah, I guess tomorrow technically. And yeah, but Saturday we may do something in the morning, and then also Sunday we will be doing a Selection Sunday live party. So what does that mean? There'll be no Pump Fake Pod Sunday night at 11 o'clock. There's going to be no Pump Fake Pod at 11 o'clock that night. There will be a Pump Fake Pod on Sunday at 6 Eastern when the Selection Sunday rolls. So we will be sitting there doing a little watch party like we did last year. And then also like we did with Trevor and I's Wisconsin IU battle, though the last time I was happy about IU. So stay tuned, 6 Eastern, Sunday, Selection Sunday watch party. We'll do some live analysis after, run from like 6 to 7:30, 6 to 8, something like that. But don't want to give all of our picks away because then we'll be live Monday and Tuesday for going over the picks for just the first round. And I'm sure we'll go live Wednesday as well, but it won't be a devoted pick show basically on the Monday, Tuesday. So
we'll probably do this too. We'll hit the NIT games as well.
Yeah, we did NIT last year. We'll do
NIT, CBI. We don't discriminate.
Those, even though we stopped talking about that last year after one day or one game.
After they took them all down.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, stay tuned. It's going to be a different kind of episode schedule, but that's what happens in March. So for right now, potentially a Saturday morning show, normal shows the rest of the week, and then Sunday or the rest of the weekdays. And then Sunday, we will be live at 6 Eastern for sure on Selection Sunday. Saturday morning, potentially. And then Monday, Tuesday night, normal times, maybe even a little earlier, like 10:30 since the game's already set. So stay tuned. Maybe a little earlier times. And then, yeah, probably do a Wednesday show as well, but not as focused on the picks. I did say I was going to Vegas. I can't go to Vegas because of a work commit. So I will have that work commit on the Wednesday. So that's why I want to get in my games Monday, Tuesday, do for selfishness for my pick to get my picks out there and talk about it. But probably would not be able to do that Wednesday. I'm sure Trevor and Elliot can rock something. And then, yeah, we'll do some reaction shows as well, too. So stay tuned. May even have some live watch parties for March Madness as well, because I'll be sitting watching games all weekend and welcoming the new crowd for March Madness. Thanks. You need that. You're new here. You want to know about Wright State a little bit? Yeah, I can tell you a lot about Wright State. So welcome March Madness. Welcome everybody. We welcome everyone for this time of the year. But we do have some newbies for people that haven't been sickos since November or hell, even September if you've been watching the Pump Fake Pod for a while. Anywho, yeah, Elliot, what's your thoughts on that? I know I think the live Selection Sunday was great last year. I think that's a great one.
Yeah, no, that was fun. I enjoyed it. It's always fun when we're like a minute ahead of Trevor, so we get to break the news to him of
who's ahead of me.
Who's in there. Now he's ahead of you, so now we're gonna be able to break the news to you, maybe to me. We'll see how it pans out. But yeah, no, always a good show. Kind of live reactions, especially when those bubble teams pop up, who we're kind of thinking might be in, might be out. And then, of course, at the end of it, you've got the first round matchups that you can already start to circle, discuss. I will say the sports books do a great job of putting lines up pretty much damn near right after the games are announced. So we might be able to do a little bit of some early line shopping, see if we can maybe get ahead of some steam on a couple games, especially some of those games where, like you said, maybe the public doesn't really necessarily know one way or the other, and maybe, hey, let's wait for this one, or hey, let's wait till this gets bet down, etc. So we can really kind of tag that right there, right on that live selection. So
yes, to answer your question, but yes, it's just a fun time of the year and just fun. But I mean, let's talk about this, the big news, the bubble. Which we can kind of get into game by game, which we can recap. But the bubble's in trouble. and they want to expand this NCAA tournament. Really? Mackenzie Brooks, all power to her. I don't mind her. I don't mind her. But she's right. I saw a tweet. She goes, "We're really going to see 17 and 16 Auburn get a tournament bid." We are.
We are, but she also has a Georgia grad, so it's funny because she hates Auburn too. So it makes it even better. I agree with her. No, I mean they shouldn't get a bid, but it's also even funnier because she's an Auburn or because she's a Georgia grad.
Yeah, no, I know. It's like, but still, it's like really, let's let. I'd rather see Detroit Mercy in over that team, but no one's going to get the respect for anything. And they want to expand this tournament. What, are we going to let Boston College in as well too? Hey, they played tough. They covered a few games, says Charlie Baker or whoever the hell wants to expand this tournament. NCAA, I know we have a content for you and we do content for you, but I just want to say, hey, F off. Don't freaking expand this tournament. You guys made this tournament great. It's been like this since I believe they went 64 in the 80s. It was like 30 teams it was like less than that back in the day. And then it was like 16, then it went to 32, then it went to like a weird number like 36, 40s. They had like buys and it went more regional. And then they did the 64-team tournament. And they haven't touched it since. They did the first four thing, get more money. Great. That's fine. We'll take 68. Don't add any more brackets. We don't need any more of that. And yeah, I don't want a first 8 either as well, too.
No. And the fact that, we're talking about Miami of Ohio, Santa Clara, both being technically they're considered on the bubble still with Auburn. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
In Iowa, like these teams are ridiculous. Give me Akron over SMU even. Give me
Belmont.
Give me Belmont. That's a great one. Fuck, give me Illinois State even. Like, God, it's like, yeah, they went 20 and 10, but you're arguing a team that's 16 and 15 in the regular season. Like, I don't get that. Oh, they're in the SEC. Well, that's the conference they play in because that's how much. Anywho, we can sit there and talk about it for quite some time. I'll give my takes on it all night, but man, it just is rough. And the bubble, man. You look at some of these teams really bad down the stretch, Indiana included. Do these kids have any grit? I mean, is it? I get it. $1 million weighing your pockets down.
Yeah, I don't know.
What happened to it, man? These kids got to play for fucking something, man, and they're only playing for the cash in their pocket. And they don't give a shit. And maybe that's different for some guys that are in the mid-major and like the teams we're talking about with Santa Clara, Miami, Ohio. They probably have NIL. They make cash. I'm not saying they don't. Miami, Ohio has decent NIL for being in the MAC. That's the story of March Madness. These kids are playing for basketball. They're playing for the love of ball. Clint Sargent said it last night. These guys love the Lord. They love each other, and they love ball. And Wright State, I'll be rooting for you. Got a lot of heart for you guys and mad respect. And that's a team that I want to see in March. That embodies what March is. Because, maybe these guys are getting paid under the table, but these kids are playing for much, much more than what it is worth now. And, you can think, it keeps them in college instead of going to the NBA. Well, look at the NBA now. It's absolute dog shit. Dog shit. And I don't want this league to turn into that. And sadly, it's where college basketball is going. So do not touch this bracket and have some freaking balls. They're not far. When they go to Selection Sunday and they pan to the committee and they're all around their computers like Auburn. We won't even look at the Missouri Valley. We won't even look at the A10. They're like 15 minutes from me. Last year, I wanted to run down there and charge in there over the North Carolina bullshit. But anywho, I digress. We will see Sunday. We had some good games today, Elliot. Do you got any thoughts on that, though, you want to add?
No, you covered it really well. I will say I was, like I said, had some good seats. I was sitting by some scouts last night at the game and was talking up shop, talking ball, and just asked him. I was like, who do you think, looking at the NBA draft, who's your who's your top prospect outside of the Power Four? And he's like, damn. And they kind of look, and they're like, that's a really good question. And it just proves your point of the whole NIL thing. You're not going to have those guys that are, non-Power Four guys with the super, super high competition. Everybody's coming into the Power Four. So the NCAA is broken in that regard. Just because, all the talent each year in and year out is just going to continuously be swept up by the Power Four teams after they've proven it at the mid-major ranks.
Yeah. And, what are those kids playing for at that point? It's ridiculous. I don't want the NIT to be that reason. I mean, they got to respect some of these guys. Anywho, we'll start off. We'll recap pretty quick here. St. Bonaventure got it done early, -5.5, no sweat at all. I tailed some first half unders. Freaking thing did not work. Freaking looked like it was never going to work because the over was soaring. No defense from LaSalle. St. Bonaventure dominated. And I'm going to run through these kind of quick, Elliot, since you were working today.
I'll pop in a little bit.
Interrupt me and just tell me to shut up if you want to talk about something. Pitt, NC State. Pitt was hanging around all game. They were playing good. No defense at all in the first half. 101 total points. A fun game, to say the least, because Pitt was up big. Then NC State crawled back and then got the lead. And we're flirting with a no cover and flirting with a cover all game. And they finally got it done, winning by 10. Maryland, Iowa. Maryland, good first half. I saw the writing on the wall. I wanted to just rip the shit out of Iowa live. Didn't do it against my better judgment. And it worked out. But Maryland did cover by the hook. That was freaking scary. That was a fun little sweat there to end or not end the early slate, because we still had Kentucky. I had their team total over. That hit with, pretty good ease. Shout out to LSU. Played good. I believe covered for Trevor there. I was giving him shit for how much he loves LSU last night, but they did cover. Iowa State sends Bob Hurley packing, 91-42, 17 and 15.
Easy. That was an easy play of the day. If I was on the pod, that would have been one of my favorite plays of the day. That was really the only early bet that I had. And Iowa State -13.5. Not only did you get Arizona State kind of off of that hard-fought win against Baylor, but then you had Iowa State coming in, Hilton South. Basically, they had just beat Arizona State by 21, 13.5. I know it could have scared some people off, but I knew they were going to roll. They're meaning business. Top 10 team in the second round having to play. They just were. That was an easy play. So,
hey JB, you got to rewind to the first 5 minutes. I was just talking about how I don't like touting, but I have to do it. Pride becomes for the fall. But 10 and 18. I'll say it again and repeat it again. Thanks for tuning in, though. Appreciate you. Rewind it if you want. Good bet there. I took the over. Stupid. Because Arizona State didn't show up against. It almost worked if Iowa State scored like 100 points or something like that. It could have worked, or if Arizona State decided to score like 8 more points or something. But anywho. And then shout out Loyola, Illinois, Chicago. They're getting it done and kind of having a decent run to end the year. If this team surprises us in March yet again, holy shit, that would be scary. But, Loyola gets it done against Richmond. And I'm sure you're going to talk about this one, Elliot, because Prairie View A&M, Bethune-Cookman.
Crazy. No Doc Bradley. I saw that. And then I instantly really lost any type of what would that be? Any type of focus or intrigue in that game once I saw that he was not listed in the box score. So when I checked back and to my surprise saw that Prairie View won, shout out Dante Horn, 30 points. But yeah, Bethune goes out early, shaking up the SWAC.
Yeah, unbelievable, man. There's the SWAC. The SWAC tournament. You just can't expect the favorite to do anything. But yeah, I didn't bet that one. And everyone. It's all good banter. It's just we're all bantering. I know it's all love. It's all good. But this game was the best one of the day. Speaking of banter, Washington USC, the true Big Ten game, man. True Big Ten game. I had Washington's team total over. I thought it was smoked. Then it comes up getting it done in the home stretch there in overtime. Zoom Jallo, great game. And USC really bummed out, but tough end to their season. Really fell off the map hard. And Washington, sneaky good. If we're talking about Auburn, I mean, Washington wins 2 more Big Ten tournament games. The CBS and NCAA may be fawning over them. So, yeah. I lost Louisville -6.5. That was a great game. Ryan Conwell clutched it up at the end there for SMU with some shots late. Pretty boring game. Not your normal Louisville game, but a good win for them that they got to play a different kind of style. And SMU and Louisville just couldn't hit shots really. Auburn, we talked about them, beat up on Mississippi State. I'm so glad I never have to see Mississippi State this year in 25-26 ever again. Why the hell did I bet on them? They're up 3 at half. And then they have a 21-point differential in the second half. So lost on that one. And then shout out my guy UNLV. The Rebels get it done. But they didn't cover, damn it. I don't know what number you got. I got 3.5. They win by 3. But they get it done. I want to shout this out. The Big 12. How's that court in person? How's it to the bare eyes over there in the Big 12?
Terrible. It is not. It looks cool on. It looks cool in person. I mean, sorry. Like on television, on Twitter, all pictures and stuff. But that court in person looks absolutely terrible. Even, I mean, I should have talked about this. You know, every time they would do little graphics when like somebody would hit a 3, the 3-point line would light up. When somebody DeBonsa would dunk it at like 10 dunks, the paint would all light up and like crack like glass. Like it was like he was breaking the backboard. But it actually, Kamari McGriff for K-State actually got a migraine because of the lights. Couldn't even play the second half because of all the flashing lights. So that court's fugazi as shit. I don't even know. This better be the only time that they do this because it's ridiculous. Go back to the regular good old hardwood, sneakers squeaking. Nobody liked it. It was an eyesore. They just did it for the money in the commercials, ads.
So Kamari McGriff's got a migraine. So what is his husband trying to ask to have sex? So what's the excuse there? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I got a migraine. Okay, McCarthy.
Yeah, no, I think.
Hey, I'd cry migraine. I don't want to end this last minutes of this season.
Just sucks for him because he had to leave in the second half of his senior season. You know, 5th year senior season, can't even play because he's got a terrible migraine. Had to run to the locker room
out from that freaking season. But no, I know many wouldn't. That it just what a travesty that court is. But my point is the Mountain West had it figured out. Good hardwood. You know, they had the mountains in the top. You know, it was a little bit much, but it was right. Good. It was good. SEC was classic. They had the SEC with the wood logo. But yeah, shout out UNLV. They move on, and it'll be Utah State. We'll get it. They'll compete. They're playing good ball. UCF Cincinnati. Let's talk about this one. Unbelievable game there. Cincinnati was pretty dominant on defense, and then UCF forces a 9-0 run at the end and gets it done. Just coaching malpractice by Wes Miller, man. And how poetic Is that he's probably done at Cincinnati, I'm assuming.
I mean, I would think so. This was a big game. I mean, you look at UCF was, one of the last 4 byes. Cincinnati was one of those next 4 teams out. So kind of big bubble implications. And Cincinnati had it locked up. You're up 6 and you can't finish. Terrible look.
Yeah, no, for real. And basically, yeah, that game kind of felt like a win, get in kind of game from both teams, kind of like a do or die, like wild card game or something. So yeah, UCF, what a win. Wes Miller calling timeout. He was on that ref's ass. He was calling timeout at like the 2-second mark, like 1.8. I'll give him that. But he saw who had the ball and where he was. He's like, get the fuck. He said, we got to get the ball out of his hands. And the ref, couldn't hear it. Probably because that court was doing some like Disney World freaking shit. Like court was, just distracted him. It was like, oh my God, those are boobs on the freaking baseline. What a graphic. Anywho, UCF wins 66-65. Cincinnati loses. Those fuckers. My under hit, though, in overtime. When it went to overtime, I was like, this is incredible. I was like, really? But the under still hits in overtime. Providence Butler, I picked the over. No bet, of course. That was no sweat at all. Butler kind of collapsed as well, giving up second half points. Yep, very, very much so. Classic.
I was going to say classic. I didn't want to cut you off, but classic Trevor betting on Butler. Fade it.
Words out of my mouth. Yep. I don't know why I didn't fade it, but I like the over. Good. I mean, I told him, I said, don't do it. I said, don't bet on Butler. But I think he had another good day today. McNeese State kicked Stephen F. Austin's ass. I mean, SFA didn't show up, and they did not have an answer for McNeese's press, McNeese's perimeter defense.
31 by Javon Garcia, by the way, too. So they got their scare out of the way with UTRGV last night in that incredible, 3 overtime game. Survived in advance as March.
Well, I hated them because it was
as we say in March. But, man, they just came out and kicked the shit out of them.
I know, man. They didn't
home
show
court
up.
Too. That's the problem. They were home court, but
which is kind of fugazi. But a 20, as John Rothstein puts it, 28-4 season. Stephen F. Austin shredding through the Southland regular season, and then a 40 minutes of bad basketball ends a dream. That's how it is. Welcome to March. And hey, JB. Please fill me in on what happened with this today. I saw something going on, but I did not want to read about all the rules. I had like 4. I couldn't do it. But I heard USA is still advanced. Anywho, I don't know why I didn't bet against Air Force one last time. Holy shit! If I go back and watch all the pump fake pods that Air Force was playing, and I look back, I would assume. I have not bet on or against. I haven't bet on Air Force. I haven't bet on or against Air Force since like January. But every cap I have, it's like, oh, Air Force is terrible. They'll probably win, but I don't want to lay 20 points. Why? Just lay it. God. Nevada dominates. They win 80-45. Should have got out of my own head for Air Force there. Morgan State comes up short. I really like them when they were down 12, only scoring 15 points in the first half. They come out strong, scoring 45 in the second, forcing overtime. Thought we were going to get that cover, but Delaware State finds it in overtime.
That was more. I think in the chat last night, I said Morgan State, Morgan Stanley play of the day. Definitely lost my entire Morgan Stanley.
Mortgage play of the day. Yeah, you got.
Lost my mortgage, lost my house. Fuck. I was confident in that one. I did bet that one. That was another early one that I got. So did lose that one. Morgan State shit the bed. That line was very, very weird. And it was telling apparently, but I did not think Delaware State was going to win that, let alone cover the 3.5.
So We need to put that on a T-shirt. Morgan State mortgage play. Not many 4 words put together there, and to make a phrase. But that was funny. I was loving it too. Xavier wins outright. That was a great game. 89-87. Came down to some last seconds, some free throws late. Xavier wins by 2, 89-87, and gets a win and ends Marquette's bad season. So, let's talk about this one too. Talk about a bad season. How can you be 25-6 on the season and also just suck? What happened to Liberty in February and March, man? What's going on? What's going on, man?
Dude, I have no idea. That was one of the most shocking losses, I think. I mean, 15-0 in conference, and you end losing 4 of your last 6. Brutal. Absolutely terrible. You're 23-3, 15-0, locked up the number 1 seed. And then, I don't know, did they just get complacent? Didn't think they were just going to be able to just show up and, just show up and beat everybody? Is that what they thought? And then they just couldn't get it back. Couldn't find their rhythm again. So, that was brutal.
Yep. Find the rhythm. We didn't last night with the Paul money line, but shout out Rithmm, as they've been giving us some winners. I know that the play won the day before, but Rithmm been rocking. We'll continue to do that. We'll shout them out once we finish recapping here officially, because let's avoid this one.
No, don't avoid it. This is a battle in the chat.
Let's avoid this one. I'm not talking about IU. Boston.
No, I'm talking about Lehigh. You battled both of you fuckers.
Yeah, I know. Good win.
All caps lock, baby.
Boston gets it done. Good for Boston, or good for Lehigh. Boston just shits the bed offensively, where they've been thriving and dominating, but just didn't show up against Lehigh. Lehigh controlled the game, and Lehigh had their number for about the full 40 minutes.
IPA play of the day. Shout out Beeves. Fade the buzzer beater. Let's go.
Yep, fade the buzzer beater. I thought about it, but couldn't do it. Cal, Florida State. Cal loses by 6. They were getting their breaks beat off. I turned that game off to move on to a different game, and then I looked and I was like, damn, they almost covered the 4.5. But Cal, a team that's 21-10, and a dressed up 21-10, and just if they won 2 to 3 more games in the ACC, they're probably in the NCAA tournament. So
yeah, they were first 4 out in a lot of people's bracketology boards starting on the day. So that loss definitely hurt them. I don't think they make it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
They're currently now next 4 out on Joe Lenardi's is what I just saw on the flash up on the TV. But how about California?
Fuck that guy. Ole Miss, Texas. I'm just kidding. I don't mind. Anywho, Ole Miss versus Texas. Texas just shits the bed. Another team that's on the bubble.
I think they're in, but they're not doing themselves any favors. I mean, they've just made themselves.
They're going to Dayton.
Yeah, I mean they very well could be, but losers of 5 of their last 6, only win against that rivalry win against Texas A&M. They've been reeling kind of down the stretch, so they didn't make. They were looking really good sitting there middle of February, but now, not good.
Yeah, literally. What the hell? And then we can finally put to bed this team. Potentially, they're still up there on the bubble. I don't know how. Get Indiana away from the NCAA. No. Yes, I want to see Lamar Wilkinson in the NCAA tournament. Yes, Mark Titus from Mostly Hoops that played college basketball. I know he knows ball, but my God, Barstool, figure out your college basketball content. Dear Lord, I listened to an episode of that. And then, their tweets are horrible. They're like, guess this March Madness tournament. Bro, this was 2 years ago. We know who made the championship from the 9 seed against Kansas. Anywho, I digress there. Northwestern beats Indiana. IU, again, was up on Northwestern. I saw the writing on the wall. Tapped in on Northwestern Live because I did bet IU minus 4.5. Emotional hedge, and it worked out. And the books were just expecting the hell out of IU as well, too, because they were minus 180 when they were down 3 in the second half. I'm like, what? What? No.
One of my buddies, shout out Carter. He texted me and I was on my way home from work. He's like, "Do you like Indiana Live?" And my exact words to him were, "Fuck no."
Yeah, no, fuck no. I'll never take Indiana Live, only off the rip. But yeah, tough to watch that team for 40 minutes. They just don't have good 40-minute basketball. And for everyone that when I was going through my sniffle phase, and everyone in the comments had their hypothesis of themselves, you can for sure guess Tucker DeVries has got the sniffles as well, from what I'm hearing and what everybody has heard. Let's get rid of the daddy dynamic as well. Didn't like that, but just feels like a wasted season for these Indiana Hoosiers that, did a stall gap season, bringing in some mid-major guys that just could not – it was evident they just were not up to speed with the Big Ten playing. And some of these guys that have been recruited in the Big Ten, just no defense, no down low rebounding, no big man. So I think Tucker DeVries or Darian DeVries' first move is to hire Tucker as associate head coach. No, I'm kidding. To get a big man down low next year. Since Quinn Buckner decided and all these IU board members decided to stop Scott Dolson from becoming the best athletic director of all time because he would have hired Curt Cignetti and Dusty May and had the chance. But the IU board shot it down. Oh, Mike Woodson's one of us. He's one of us. Let's keep him one more year. We can get Dusty. We can throw money at him. Gone.
He jinxed himself. He jinxed himself when they shut down Tucker DeVries last year when he was injured. That was the jinx of all jinx. He's getting everything that he was coming for him.
Yep, dirt ball move, dirt ball behavior. Tulane plus 4.5, no problem. What's up with the books? Like, yeah, no problem. Tulane wins 81-69. BYU beats West Virginia by 20. Another bubble team that just shit the bed. I know Mac and I were talking about it. I was like, we're done with our teams. Like these teams are. I mean, yeah, we're gonna root for them, but once this season's over, it's not going to be much remembered, and that's evident. BYU
same year
up on West Virginia. Yeah, yours way worse. But hey, I would honestly. I know this sounds crazy. I'd rather be terrible than mediocre, just because I have mediocrity around me with the Colts all the time. I have to deal with being that record, and so yeah, and I'm just tired of IU losing in February. I'll run through these quick. Abilene beat Tarleton. Did not bet that one. Tarleton, that season's got to go. Forget about that one, Gillespie. Florida A&M, Jackson State.
Another battle here. Let's go.
And unbelievable. The SWAC, yeah. Go against. You win against your Jackson State guys, but
I know, but Ruffin was out. 23 points a game. You had the one game bump. Ruffin.
Yeah. He was done forever, right? Like the rest of the season, right? With his injury, basically.
I think so. They didn't really announce it, but he was on crutches after he hurt his leg.
Yeah, he was done. DePaul comes up short, like I mentioned a second ago. Colorado State, Fresno State, Colorado State wins by 4. I didn't have any bets in that one. Did no bets in UC San Diego, Cal Poly, but they won by 3. So I believe Cal Poly covered, even in a tough game there. And then my Rutgers team total under 70.5 or 65.5 does not come through.
Yeah, that's a good play by Trevor. Rutgers on the money line plus 4.5, plus 160 on the money line. That was a good call by Trevor.
Good call by Trevor there. Good battle win against a shitty Minnesota team, but they're good. But I saw someone in the chat say they're good at the barn only. Sam Houston State beats New Mexico State by 8. They covered for me. South Carolina shit the bed in the second half. They were looking good for even the first 30 minutes of the game, but then Oklahoma just turned it on offensively. South Carolina, where they struggle, is keeping up with scoring. They lose by 12. I don't cover. I do cover the Clemson -4.5. I love that bet. My favorite one of the day. Myself, Clemson they win by 9. They were covering majority of that game for the most part. And they were playing angry against a Wake Forest team that just dominated the game before. So total regression for Wake Forest and a step up for a Clemson team that's been reeling. TCU covers against Oklahoma State. I lose that one +5.5. They lose by 7. That one was tough, man. Oklahoma State was in that the whole way.
Yep. Yeah, TCU hit a couple clutch buckets down the stretch. Oklahoma State couldn't find one or two of their threes that they hit last night. So yeah, David Punch, man, he seemingly got a lot of offensive rebounds. Was able to get some blocks against Oklahoma State and just hit some timely shots. So did Tanner Toolson. Speaking of, another one of those mid-major transfers that's transferring up to the Power 4 ranks and playing significant minutes at TCU. You had one with Brandon Roy coming in from Green Bay to Oklahoma State. So like we were talking about earlier in the show, Christian Coleman coming over from UAB to Oklahoma State. A lot of those mid-majors coming up and playing in the Big 12. But yeah, Tanner Toolson down the stretch hit some clutch buckets. And unfortunately, they pulled away to cook that bet for you.
You mean Anthony Roy? I would love Brandon Roy.
Oh, Brandon Roy, Anthony Roy.
It was in your prefrontal lobe, just sitting there. Brandon Roy, thinking of his highlights.
Seriously.
Where'd he go to school?
Brandon
Trivia.
Roy?
Yeah, trivia.
Villanova, right?
Washington. You're thinking of Randy Foye, I think, potentially. But yes, legend back in the day. Wish his career panned out more. FAU versus Temple. This one was tough for me. I had Temple +1.5. They were right there, and was a gross game where they mucked it around, and Florida Atlantic gets it done with the free throw.
Did you see the ending of that?
Awful.
Brutal. 61-59. You get the steal you needed, and then you turn it right back over.
How many times have I seen that this March Madness of a guy getting a steal and the ball goes out of bounds or something? They're too freaky.
Brutal. And then I was hoping for your sake, I was hoping they'd maybe go up 3. Dude would miss like the second free throw on purpose. They'd foul up 3. You could hit they'd have Temple hit a couple free throws, lose by 1 or something, but nope. The funniest thing about that whole thing was Florida Atlantic, after they hit that last free throw, Jacobs was like, don't foul, don't foul, don't foul. And these motherfuckers almost fouled the dude on this running 3. I'm like, why are you even in the play? Walk to the bench. Walk to the bench.
Would have been awesome. Yeah, that was a tough one, man. That was a tough one for me. And I just don't get to touch Temple anymore again this season. So teams I love, but they struggled down the stretch as well. So yeah, that was the slate today. We got a couple games finishing up here, still going on. Montana's up 1 on Idaho at the start of the second half here. UC Davis up on Barbara by 2, 42-40, 15 minutes left in the game. And then San Jose State up 5 on Boise State in the second half. Look out. Maybe a good time to get in on Boise State potentially. We'll see that. We'll wait a little bit though. So yeah, those games are left. We got 44 games tomorrow so far, I believe, or maybe total.
44 total. Yep, 44 total.
44 total tomorrow. So let's get into it. Before we do, though, I want to shout out our good friends over there at Rithmm. Over there on the logo there. Yeah, Rithmm. Make sure you download Rithmm on the App Store. You can use this promo code PFP25 for 25% off your first month. And also you can use it on your computer as well. So you don't have to use the the app. You can also use their website and web interface. And yeah, it's a great tool. They have tons of other sports outside of college basketball as well. And I think this is if you love college basketball, use them for March and then keep rolling the Rithmm forward because they got golf. They got WNBA kicking off, where I know they've been printing money on WNBA because they made me a lot of money last year in WNBA. So, use them for March. You make sure you use those bracket generators I've been talking about. You can fine-tune a model. And then once the Selection Sunday happens, when we're making a live, the brackets happen, they will do some computing, take in all the data. And, yes, they do factor in neutral court setting in there as well versus just home and away. So they take everything of the data and make sure they factor that into those models. So it's not just your normal games and stats. They're going to factor in what this tournament would look like. And then you get the chance to, like I said, fine-tune that model, mess up the levers, play around with it, and find out what works with you for this bracket that's upcoming. So bracket generators, use promo code PFP25 for 25% off your first month.
31-1. 31-1.
30-2.
First round.
30-2. I had to correct myself. Yes, after saying that for like 3 days in a row, but they were 30-2, which is still amazing. Yes.
30-1, 31-1, 30-2. That's damn near the same thing. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I think if you do that, you'll be up on your bracket pool for sure, especially taking those teams straight up. Request your bracket now. You get up to 3 models, and those stats matter. I'm telling you, those stats matter. And Rithmm's got the best for everything. So yeah, last year our brackets went 30-2 opening round, 85% Rithmm success rate in round 1 of 2025, 13% better than the ESPN brackets. Overall success rate through 2 rounds was 80%. So yeah, you make sure you use them and use that promo code PFP25. Yeah, I think that's why we're waiting. I may get in on Boise State. We'll see. All right. We talked about the games tomorrow. We talked about the games today. We had some good little banter, and now we have an 11 a.m. game in Cleveland. I wish I could go to this one, but just can't swing it. There in Cleveland, Miami, Ohio versus UMass. So we got UMass, physical team, fun team, likes to run and gun. And now they're playing this Miami, Ohio team who, of course, we all know and love, 31-0, laying 7.5. Not the favorites in this conference tournament, though. Elliot, are you jumping off the train? I already jumped off the train once against Ohio, covering the points. It worked. I don't know if I want to do it again. What you doing here? Pass this one to you. My good old friend Miami, 31-0.
Yeah, 31-0. I think they get it done. I'm going to look at taking them on the money line. I'm seeing the money line price at about -300. I think it's going to be somewhat of a close game. You could look at the over would be my play on the total side with the over 163.5. But a little bit, here down the stretch, they played a lot more closer games than where they were playing, like kind of like end of January, middle of February, where they were kind of rolling on some of these teams. But 7.5 seems like a fairly good number. I could see them winning by, 8 points, making it real sweaty. But yeah, I agree, Hasty. They haven't been covering as of late. So I think I'm going to just take Miami of Ohio on the money line. It's been coming through, obviously. If you did that every single game, you'd be 31-0. But I'm going to pair that with one of these later games that I've been eyeing. So that'll be my play.
It's a good question here.
They better be over Auburn.
They better be. If they lose this one, though, God, I already can see the CBS Sports News. But what the fuck's the point of winning your regular season if you can't even get in at 31-0? I locked this one up already. Miami, Ohio, team total over 85.5 on BetMGM. I think this line's going to soar up into the 87, 88. So, for these team total overs, the advantage is that's what is doing it this early. Yes, if it goes against us, it hurts. But most of the time, it's going to steam up a little bit, especially on the team total side. So I'm going to get in early here. Miami, Ohio, team total over 85.5. I think they're capable of scoring tons of points against this UMass defense. It is an early game, 11 a.m., so kind of scary. But last time they played, it was 86-77 last time. So I think they're just going off of this kind of similar format. As much as I want to lay it with Miami, Ohio, I'm just going to take their team total over just to avoid kind of like you said best. They've been playing close games. Don't know, but I do think that they win. So Idaho, Montana game's great.
Oh, yeah.
George Washington's laying 5.5 against Fordham. Good old Fordham. Over-under's 140.5 here. G-Dub been struggling as of late, but this is one that they get. This is one that they get because they've been playing good. Listen, they lost Loyola Chicago. I know that they struggled, but they lost to Fordham by 14. They're laying the 5.5. I think this Fordham team is decent analytically, but watching them, really a tough watch. I think they're going to struggle offensively there in Pittsburgh, and George Washington is going to get this one done. I know it's not ideal for them going all the way to Pittsburgh, but I think they're just better. Going to play a little pissed off against Fordham and bounce back from the Loyola Chicago loss. I know this is scary betting a team that's been bad, but I'm gonna go against your Magpio guy and go with this G-Dub team that, yeah, they've been reeling, but I think that this is their bounce back game and a little revenge spot angle where it works out, especially for teams that lost to the team earlier in the season. There's some good trends to that. And I'll trend towards that with G-Dub tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I like G-Dub. The only time that they played, like you said, they lost to Fordham. Fordham beat them by 14 on the road, I might add. So at George Washington. So they're definitely going to want revenge here. I'm gonna lay it with George Washington, but no bet for me. I'm staying away from this. Yep, this 5.5 number is kind of spooking me a little bit. I'm gonna lay off, no bet, but I will take the Colonials in a bounce back. They get the job done.
Yes, I do. NC State versus Virginia. Virginia's laying 5.5 against NC State. Over under is 149.5. Goodness gracious. This NC State team celebrated the victory pretty hard today against this Virginia team, or against Pittsburgh. Now they're getting a Virginia team who's been dominant, but as of late hasn't had a dominant win since NC State, where they won by 29 points in dominant fashion here. Call me crazy. I think NC State covers this one against a good Virginia defense, but you know what? NC State's got some momentum. I don't think that they can win by 29 again. I think NC State's already got some momentum playing on this gym. And yes, do I think they're live? I do. But I know Virginia's a solid team. They're a solid core, tons of camaraderie. You can see it in the way they play. But I'm going to go with the momentum here with NC State and another revenge spot early after their ass kicking, losing by 29. I know. I know. I get it. I get it.
First half under 166.5. I don't mind that at all, Hoodie. He's talking about George Washington, Fordham. Fordham's got a really solid defense. Both teams can start out super slow, just being so early kind of tip. First game for both of them. They're on a neutral. I kind of like that. We'll see. Check the picks page on that one. But yeah, here I'll take I'll lay it here with Virginia. I think they're going to be able to get it done. You know, we've kind of seen time in and time out that, the first team is kind of first round team is taking care of business, and then they kind of lose in that second round, sometimes the third round. But I'll take Virginia here minus the 5.5. I think. No, you know what? NC State. Oh, no, I'm going to pivot just because I think that they'll be able to. They're gonna be playing feisty, playing down to the last second because they need this win to kind of solidify themselves. They're having a chance at getting in. So give me the Wolfpack. More to play for. More desperate team.
Yeah, come on, let's go. The vibes are high. Let's go. Providence versus St. John's here. St. John's is laying 10.5 against Providence. Over under is 161.5. I think this line is steamed down a little bit. Yeah, I see 159.5 available as well.
Yeah, I'm seeing 160.5, 159.5.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty close. I know the 159.5 could be a little dicey, but and Providence just scored 91 going up against St. John's defense, which is a little dicey. But Providence, their pace is terrible, and I think it's going to run into a brick wall here for the St. John's team. That's going to struggle. So I'm going to go with a Providence that's, call me crazy here, a Providence team total under 74.5. I don't think that they can eclipse it after they just scored 91. And I think St. John's defense is going to rough them up here in the Garden. So give me a Providence team total under 74.5.
Yeah, I like that as well. I'm just going to go ahead and lay it here. I think that they just kind of run them out of the gym. Providence kind of got whatever they wanted today. Now they're playing a back-to-back against a St. John's team who's definitely not going to overlook Providence because they split the season series this year 1-1. So I think you're going to get a full effort from St. John's. They dropped their home game to Providence, 77-71 in Madison Square Garden. That's not happening again. Lay it, they roll. I agree with Hoodie.
All right. Let's freaking go. Iowa, Ohio State. Over under is 139.5. Both teams, eighth Big Ten team, ninth Big Ten team. Kind of playing for something here. Iowa just beat up on Ohio State 74-57 last time out. Now you got a team that we all want to see. You know, as much as I don't like Ohio State, I respect Bruce Thornton. I'd like to see him in the NCAA tournament. And now you get this Iowa team with Ben McCollum, who hasn't lost a conference tournament game since 2016. Just 2016. I don't even want to look at myself what I was doing in 2016. But anywho, what are you doing here? Are you going with the conference tournament guru and coaching guru, or are you going to go with the hot hand of Ohio State, who's won 3 straight, been playing hard?
Yeah, this one's tough for me. I think I'm going to roll with Ohio State here, simply off of just kind of the rest advantage with Ohio State. I know you got Iowa just coming in off of that win today against Maryland on a neutral. I don't necessarily think that their style of play really matters in terms of playing back-to-backs. They really like to play, slow, grinded-out game. They do play hard on defense, but I'll take Ohio State on the money line. I think we're getting them at a pretty good price, and Ben McCollum not going undefeated in conference tournament play again. I know you hate Ohio State.
Let's battle. I bet on Ohio State, so I don't always fade them. I bet on them plenty of times against Penn State. Bet on them against Purdue. Did not bet against them against IU, but I don't always bet against Ohio State blindly. And like I said, I respect Bruce Thornton, but something about this Iowa team feels like the random team no one's talking about really. And then you got good coaching that's already had the play on this court. Yeah, they didn't look great against Maryland, but Ohio State can really muck it around. I'm rooting for Bruce Thornton, ultimate type of coin flip kind of game for a pick 'em here, but I'll take Iowa plus the 1.5 in a tough battle tomorrow against Ohio State. I think the matchups are very good for each other and tough for Ohio State with how Iowa plays defense. So yeah, give me Iowa tomorrow. We're battling. All right, Iowa State versus Texas Tech. What a game already. Is this quarterfinals? No, semis. Or
Quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals, that's right. Semis tomorrow, championship Saturday. Unbelievable quarterfinal game here. You got Iowa State off of a loss to Texas Tech last time out. I'm going to lay it with Iowa State here, dude, and take the two Iowa teams back to back. This is Iowa State's tournament. How many times do we have to see this and teach us these old lessons that Iowa State runs the Big 12 tournament? They step it up and play really hard. They got a good fan base there, dominated already. Now they're getting a team they just lost to on their home court and have a revenge angle. Basically another home game for them. I will take Iowa State against a top and list Texas Tech. Let's go.
Yep, they're going to be too physical for Texas Tech. Now we get Iowa State, Hilton South. Hilton Magic is real, especially for when it comes to Kansas City. I've been going to this Big 12 tournament for over 6-7 years now here in Kansas City, and I really think that their crowd is incredible. It's like a damn home atmosphere environment. They're going to continue to roll here. We saw what they did against Arizona State. They just carry that over and get it done against Texas Tech tomorrow. I will lay it minus the 5.5. Could see an over 143.5 too. I feel like Iowa State will still be able to score a lot, and Texas Tech will be able to hold their own a little bit offensively. So over 143 looks like a good spot too.
Let's fricking go. Yeah, Hilton South. Let's go. Get it done. All right, SEC game here. Kentucky versus Missouri. Kentucky's laying 3.5. I see 2.5 places potentially, but mainly 3.5 all around. Over/under is 149.5. Talk about a disappointing team is this Kentucky team, man. They've really struggled. Yes, Big Blue Nation is going to be rocking there for them and going to be dominating, but they were rocking there today for them. And they only beat LSU by 5. Now you're getting a Missouri team off of 2 losses, have really struggled. And they beat Kentucky a long time back. I'm going to go against the revenge angle here and take this Missouri team. I am worried about Missouri's defense, but offensively been dominant. Both teams turn the ball over a lot, so not a huge disadvantage from both sides. And I think if Missouri can find a way to defend the 3 where they struggle, they can win this game outright. I'm going to take Missouri plus a 3.5 early against a Kentucky team that just looked kind of sloppy, even though they scored 87 points. Just looks sloppy sometimes. So I expect teams to pick it up a little bit better defensively, especially Kentucky. But I think it's going to be a close game all around. Give me the Tigers and Missouri.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on this one. I'll take Missouri plus the 3.5. I think that they get this done here on the money line potentially. They still need another win or two to feel really comfortable about themselves. So the fact that we're talking about Auburn being in versus Missouri is incredible to me. But yeah, I think the Tigers get it done, beat the Wildcats yet again. I will just take the 3.5, just in case it comes down to a last second bucket, how these typical March games go. But yeah, let's roll with the Tigers plus a 3.5.
Let's freaking go. So now we're out of the early window, 1:30 Eastern. So the game after the Miami, Ohio game here, because it's Bowling Green versus Toledo, a good rivalry game, battle of Interstate 75, or so, I can't remember what interstate it is, but anywho, Toledo laying a point against this Bowling Green team here. Over/under is 152.5. I think this Toledo team's a little bit fugazi, and they just scored 99 points last time they played. Defense is going to be a problem here. And the books have been respecting Bowling Green this entire season, and I haven't been respecting Bowling Green much at all because they're not very good. But this is good timing for them, and they do play better defense than Toledo does. I will take Bowling Green here on the money line as an early battle here. I think Bowling Green is going to be able to get it done in this rivalry, and their defense steps it up against, like I said, the Toledo team that's been hot on their offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, you said it first, starting with an early battle here. I'm going to battle you. I'll take Toledo on the money line. I think that they're just going to kind of be able to overwhelm Bowling Green offensively. I think, this is a classic battle of good versus good. Good Toledo offense versus a good Bowling Green defense. Bad Toledo defense versus a not so great bad Bowling Green offense. So I'll take the better offense, surprisingly, here. Usually I take the better defense, but it's the MAC. So give me the better offense in a offensively focused league.
All right. 2 p.m. game here, Eastern. Alabama A&M playing Texas Southern. Over-under is 144.5 here. Out of principle, I do love – I have bet on Alabama A&M lately. They're a sweaty-ass team to bet on. But out of principle, I'm going to take Texas Southern here. They're just that team in March I always bet on in the SWAC, and have been dominant in conference tournaments as of recent and recent memory. So give me Texas Southern. They're going to find a way to get this done. I don't care who. No analysis, just a March vibes play with Texas Southern here.
Yep. Nope. I agree. Bethune left the door open a little bit. 1 seed getting knocked out. Now it's going to get crazy there in the SWAC. Texas Southern coming in here. They'll be able to get it done against Alabama A&M. So give me Texas Southern on the money line.
All right, A10 game number 2 here at Pittsburgh. The other George going off. George Mason laying 3.5. Over-unders one, I believe, down to 141, 142.5. I took St. Bonaventure team total under 70.5. I think the way that they just scored offensively, they were running hot. Now they're going to get a defensive guru-minded Tony Skinn team that's very physical. Yes, they've been struggling, but final game of the year, dominated St. Louis in dominant fashion. I mean, rolled them. I think that's the momentum that they needed and confidence that they needed to propel them to get some games here in the A10 and try to make this a multiple bid league. Yeah, George Mason's probably shot, but again, give me George Mason over a 17 and 16 P4 school. So I like the lay, but I'm going to go against St. Bonaventure, just struggling offensively again against a good defensive team, especially around the perimeter. And I think St. Bonaventure is going to run into another brick wall here for George Mason's defense. I like the lay as well, but I did take the team total under 70.5 for St. Bonaventure.
Hasty, no. St. Louis is the 1 seed, VCU the 2 seed, St. Joe's the 3, Dayton the 4, George Mason's the 5.
Yep.
I think George Mason kind of figured some things out there against St. Louis down the stretch where they had that blowout win. I agree. I think they rolled the momentum here. Bonnie just kind of blew their load, scored 99. I know that they said that in the Bonnie's coach retiring after this year, so it could be a play for them. But I'm on the Patriots here. Give me George Mason to kind of roll here, win this game by 10. I'll take George Mason minus 3.5.
I like it. All right. Wisconsin laying 6.5 against Washington. Over-unders 156.5 here. Get the hell out of here. Washington plus 6.5 against Trevor's second favorite team. I think, Wisconsin, they could run it up, and Washington may have a chance not to match them offensively. But Washington, really athletic, tons of slashers, tons of cuts to the basket. I think that they can really ruin this Wisconsin defense that's in the tournament, not very good. And Washington randomly at times has been hot, had a strong win, and they've been scoring a lot of points. So I like the over here, but I'm going to take Washington with the points. I think they're going to be able to cover this game.
Yeah, I agree. I'll be on Washington plus the points. I was thinking about maybe just playing them as a first half money line dog, kind of like that look. I think that they can roll over the momentum of today's game. Wisconsin starts out a little slower, maybe finds the rhythm and ends up taking the game. Could see the first half being a little bit better of a play than the full game. But I will. I'll take Washington plus the 6.5. I just think that Wisconsin defensively is gonna let Washington kind of hang around in it and not gonna really run away from them.
All right, John's battling, taking the Buckies. Louisville versus Miami. Over-unders 154.5. No. Miami's last loss was against the Louisville. Maybe Louisville has their number. Louisville just played on this court, but they looked sloppy. They had a good win in dramatic fashion. Conwell, late bucket, but inside game versus outside game. Yes, Jay Lucas is new to the conference tournament, but he's familiar with what the ACC tournament is. Maybe not as a coach, but as a player and as an assistant coach, he was too. And props to him. We had a first-year coach win a conference tournament game as a dog in Xavier, and I think we're going to get this one here with Miami as well. I think we're going to see another bad offensive performance from Louisville, and even if we do, Miami's going to get a lot of second-chance opportunities against this Louisville team. I think they have the better interior bigs where Miami's going to try to muck this one around. Let's go the U plus 2.5 here. They're going to win.
Yep. Miami moneyline was one of my favorite plays on last Saturday. Didn't come through for me, but I'm going right back to them here. I'm on the Canes, on the money line. Fuck the points. I think they're going to get it done outright. Let's go Hurricanes.
Let's go. I'm in. Seton Hall laying 5.5 against Creighton. Over-unders 148.5 here. This line is shot down.
Seeing 3 now? Is that what you're saying?
2.5.
2.5, yeah. And I didn't make these lines very long ago. I made them probably, I guess, 3 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago.
Have these new bettors to March Madness watched Creighton this season? Give me Seton Hall. Line is a little scary. The movement's a little scary in my opinion, but that's all noise to me, man. I think Seton Hall gets it done. Strong defensive showing. And they have a chance at making a run, and I believe Shaheen Holloway won Big East Coach of the Year as well too. So give me Seton Hall. They're riding high. I'll let this number continue to go down, or just take a minus 2.5 here.
Yeah, I mean, I typically I'd kind of like to fade the line movement, but who's Seton Hall to be laying points now down the stretch? Been really struggling here as of late. I'll take Creighton plus the 3. I'm seeing a 3, so I'll go ahead and take the 3.5 still on FanDuel minus 120. I mean, I think this is going to be a close game. Maybe we see another one of those games where, Creighton's up by 20 and somehow Seton Hall comes back, wins by 2, but they get the cover. Sure, I'll take it. They played close games, 2-point game, 1-point game. Give me Creighton. Give me the Blue Jays plus the points.
All right, we'll battle there. All right. So now we're moving into the 3 o'clock Eastern window. Arizona laying 16.5 against this UCF team. Over-unders 160.5. Oh, man. I mean, as much as I want to lay it with Arizona, it's a lot of points, and now you're getting this with UCF, who they probably don't match up well with Arizona, and they just had their Super Bowl win against Cincinnati where they celebrated like they won a championship. Arizona probably rolls them here. I'll lay it with Arizona. This is going to be my first no bet of the day, though. Too many points to lay.
This one, for me, this is tough. I want to fade UCF off of that win, the comeback win where, everybody wrote them off down 6 with very few time left. But 16.5 is a lot of freaking points. especially for an Arizona team who, they're probably gonna, they should be playing pretty competitive just because they want to lock up that 1 seed. But I think it's too many points. I'll take UCF plus the 16.5. They played once already this year. Arizona won by 7. 16.5 is too many points. Give me UCF plus the 16.5. Was looking at the over 160.5. It's came down actually to 158.5. I don't mind that. The fact that UCF is now only put up 66 today. Give me the over 158.5. No bet though.
Yeah, well, no bet there. Tennessee laying 5.5 against Auburn. Over/unders 148.5. Put this Nepo baby to fucking sleep.
Please.
I'm not even gonna give an analysis here. I'm just gonna beg for this one, just because I'm going off of a vengeance play here. As much as I don't love laying points with this Tennessee team this year, they had a bad loss against Vanderbilt. Now you're getting Auburn, who dominated Mississippi State. The momentum and eyes are on them to make a tournament. Get the hell out of here, Tennessee. Squander that. Don't let the SEC pay you off. Let Auburn win. Come on, Tennessee. Minus 5.5. Let's go. Defense gets this one done after a strong defensive showing from Auburn today.
Yeah, I will be on Tennessee minus the 5.5 as well. They only played once. Tennessee got done by 8, I think, something around there, at home. But I think they get it done here, especially after their disappointing loss to Vanderbilt at home. Lost 3 of their last 4. They really need to kind of get a little rhythm in here as they head into March. So give me Tennessee, lay the minus 5.5 and shut Auburn up. You're not going to be able to put a 17-17 team in. I don't think. I hope not. Please. But yeah, let's go. Tennessee minus 5.5.
Utah State laying 6.5 against UNLV. Over/unders 158.5. Still here at the 3 p.m. window. E-Money, you going with our guy UNLV in the chat here? I know it's a tough loss for me today, laying the 3.5. Or you taking this Utah State team? Let's remember they lost to UNLV 92-65 not even a week ago.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking Utah State for the exact reason that you had mentioned. I think Utah State is going to be able to bounce back. They just got beat by 20-some, like you just said, 27? And now they're laying 6.5. Yeah, give me Utah State. Sorry, UNLV. Love you. Glad you're here in the chat with us. Always love seeing you. But terrible spot for you, UNLV team tomorrow. Utah State gets revenge. Lay it, lock it.
He said he was scared. I said I don't know, but I'm with you. I think you said it best. Utah State gets it done. Let's go.
And they've lost 2. Not only did they lose by 27, they lost at home to UNLV as well by 10 to kind of middle of the year as well. So now you're telling me that UNLV is gonna. I mean, I guess they can keep it competitive, but they're not winning this game. Utah State money line is a for sure lock. If it was a little bit less, I'm seeing minus 278. I would parlay that with Miami of Ohio money line, but I don't think it's going to get you down close enough. I think minus 278 and minus 300 is what I don't know what that would be.
Akron laying 13.5 against Buffalo.
This is good, but I might flip out Vols with Miami of Ohio. I like that.
A 3-team E-Money parlay. All right. Akron laying 13.5 against Buffalo. Over/unders 159.5. There's that craziness number with Akron.
Same number.
I'd rather them lay a higher number. So for that reason, I will lay the points with Akron, but this will be a no bet for me because I could totally see them winning this game like 82-70 and not covering after they're up like 20. But yeah, I'm with John. They may score 100 plus points. And let's go, Sana. Come on.
Yeah, the problem with that is I just don't know if they're if they go up by 10, 15, are they going to coast here? Because they know they got, game the next day. So fearful of laying it. I'll take the over 159.5. I think I saw something out there saying Free Tag was still in the concussion protocol, so don't think that he's going to be playing. Didn't play last time against Akron on the road. Akron damn near put up 199, but it was 99-85. I think we see a little bit of some pride with Buffalo offensively. So yeah, give me the over 159.5.
All right, I like that. I'm gonna go no bet on the lay. Duquesne laying 2.5 against Rhode Island. Over under is 138.5. Elliot, you know what Duquesne did last game?
Yeah, they beat Richmond by 2.
And on a buzzer beater, and they came back by
40.
30.
Or 30.
30
buzzer beater tip in. That shit was fucking nice.
Give me Rhode Island. We're fading that shit. Give me Rhode Island. We will fade the buzzer beater here and take little Archie Miller. This is gonna be a defensive ass game. I like the under as well in this game too.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this. This probably most likely a no bet for me. I'm gonna take Rhode Island plus the points. I'm seeing it came down already to 1.5 with Duquesne, but no bet. Stay away from it. Not a fan of Rhode Island, and never a fan of backing a team off of a buzzer beater win, especially coming back from 30 points down. I think it was 40-10 there in the first half. So no bet. Rhode Island will ram it here.
All right, Grand Canyon. I think this is down to like 1.5. Still 2. Grand Canyon laying it against Nevada here. Over unders 139.5. Nevada off of a big win against Air Force. They dominated. Now they're getting this Grand Canyon team. As much as I want to take Grand Canyon, they're a much better team at home versus even being on a neutral. Something about this excites me for Nevada. I don't know what it is. I think they keep this offense rolling 2 games in a row. And even if they do play a lower scoring game here, they fare well sometimes with those games. Give me Nevada plus the points. I think that they can play both tempos here, no problem. And they're going to get it done in Las Vegas, where they've already played a game at. Yes, Grand Canyon, their defense is solid. They step it up, and they lost Nevada in overtime last game. So, I do think that Grand Canyon's the better team, but I think the sign and line is pointing to me for Nevada here to get this up and double up here. Taking dogs here at the 5:30 slot.
Yeah, I'll take Grand Canyon actually here. I think it's going to really hurt Nevada playing Air Force back-to-back spots. Played them on Saturday, now played them again on Wednesday. Now they're going to get one of the top tier teams here in the Mountain West. Grand Canyon, they played once, like you said, lost in overtime at Nevada. You're in Vegas. Give me the Lopes here. They're going to travel. Havoc always travels. Give me Grand Canyon minus the 2.
They're going to disrupt the Havoc.
The Havoc. This one's a good one. I like this one. I'll go over my plays at the end too, what I went over. But Grand Canyon here. Grand Canyon, man, I like this team a lot. They've been playing really good. Nevada, they popped up in some spots, but I think Grand Canyon can get them. Didn't they lose to Nevada last time they played? Yeah, they lost in overtime, 66-20. On the road, Grand Canyon won the last 2. Nevada's been all right. I'll take Grand Canyon minus the 2. First year in the Mountain West, get a big win here in the conference play, and knock off Alfred. I'll take Grand Canyon minus the 2.
All right, me and what Army? Me versus the 2 other guys here. All right, moving into 6 o'clock Eastern as we move past the local news. They're just priming you for how it works with March Madness. You got to get the local news time on the break here as games begin to wind down. But tomorrow we got games all day, so there's no break. But the games do wind down at this and pick back up. 6 Eastern kicks off with Norfolk State laying 6.5 against Sac State. not Sac State, but sure, kind of Sac State, South Carolina State, Scar State. Norfolk's defense is powerful. They're dominant in March. I will lay it with Norfolk, but this will be only my second no bet of the day.
Yeah. Norfolk laying 7 feels a bit much. Like they're used to being in the spot, but it feels a bit much. Played South Carolina State, won by 20, so cool, and then won by 7 the other time. What was more of a variance? Probably the 20-point win. I'll take South. I'll take Norfolk. I'll take Norfolk. They've been in this tournament. They've been in these positions. They know what's expected. I'll lay it, but I'm not betting this game.
Yeah, I'll take Norfolk minus the 7.5. I will lay it. I will bet this. This MEAC is in Norfolk, Virginia, so going to have the home crowd here. I'll back that angle, open it up. Now Norfolk, not only that, but they just saw, Morgan State kind of get beat. That was going to be kind of, seems to me now Norfolk's going to kind of have a decent path to get to the championship game against Howard. I think they lay it, they roll here, and they meet up with Howard here later on in the MEAC final.
All right, Purdue laying 10.5 against Northwestern. Over-unders 146.5 here. Northwestern's been a hot-ass team, been rolling. It's not just because they've been playing just IU. This line's already, I believe, shot up some places as well. I see 11.5 some spots. Who is Purdue to get all this credit? Yeah, maybe they can lull around the regular season and then step it up in March. But, they already played, lost by 4 at home, already got the momentum here in Chicago. The signs point to Northwestern here. As much as I think Purdue is going to step it up maybe and surprise some teams after lulling it around, there's also some major issues, it looks like, with Purdue potentially. And they've really struggled. You're going to lose on your senior night with teams that have, with a lot of players that have played on your team for quite some time. Just something seems off with them. I will take Northwestern plus the points, and I will let this number climb to 11.5, 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Purdue here. I've been saying all year, they're kind of just going through the motions. Conference play, at least going through the motions. Bigger fish to fry. It is what it is. Now's the time. Now's the time. I have to put. I have to back them. If this is, that was the case where you were just going through the motions, lolling around, trying to work on rotations, who's coming in back, who's doing, I don't know, whatever you were doing. It comes together tomorrow, and you beat the shit out of Northwestern. Northwestern, good win today. Found a way to win. Collins and Martinelli, huge hug after the game. I think they were just very happy to, get to play one more game and win this one. I think they come out flat. I think Purdue makes their shots. They play a lot better away from Mackey, too. Granted, this will feel somewhat like Mackey. Fans will travel. But away from home, I'll take Purdue. They shit the bed all the way down the stretch. This is a brand new season. I think they come up firing and ready. I think tomorrow we see the Purdue team that we thought we'd see all year. So I'm laying it with Purdue minus 10.5.
But I will say this: you other than the Iowa State loss, we did see Purdue rolling at one point. They've really taken a hit in the Big Ten, man. Something's up in the locker room, I think.
I don't know, but yeah, conference play started, and they
I wouldn't want Braden Smith, personality-wise, as my point guard, but he is a good player. Anywho, Elliot, what you got in this one?
Yeah, it can basically go one of two ways here. You get a focused Purdue team who's going to try to get it on track and get it rolling before NCAA tournament season, or you're going to see kind of the same continuous struggles. I'm going to look at the trends and just go with what Z Paulson said in the chat. 1 of 15 against the spread, last 16 Big Ten games. Give me Northwestern plus the points. I'm getting double digits. I'll take it all day.
Absolutely. Northwestern. Let's go. All right. Kent State laying 3.5 against Ohio. Over under is 159.5 here. Ohio, man, they really struggle. They just played a tough game against Miami, Ohio at home, and now they're getting a Kent State team who just is dominant on defense. Maybe not as much so this year as compared to years past, but normally a very good defensive team. I took the dog in the game before this. I will lay it here with Kent State. I think defense disrupts them, and Ohio, with a shitty season that they had, they played their hearts out last game, but that just felt like the culmination of that entire season. And Ohio's really struggled, so I think they're gonna struggle offensively, come out flat in the first half, and never have an answer against this Kent State team.
Yeah, I kind of like Ohio here. Excuse me. They've been playing horribly down the stretch. Kent State's been playing really well. Ohio lost at home to Miami, Ohio. Tough loss there on senior night, and just to get Miami, Ohio the perfect season. But I think Ohio comes here ready to play. They played horribly down the stretch, didn't win games, but new season, start 0-0. You can win. I say this a lot, but it's been working for me, and a lot of these teams are showing up. It's disgusting. I'll take Ohio with the 3.5. I think Roche and company show up and get ready to play some ball. Pavletsky, I mean, we've seen him just go bananas and drop 30 or not Roche, Bulls. We've seen him go bananas. So I think Ohio is going to get it done here. I like the 3.5. Gut play.
Yeah, I'm going to be on Kent State here. I think this Kent State team is going to be one of those teams that rolls here in this opening game, just with Ohio coming off that huge letdown. They thought they had that game, big letdown spot. I know it's going to be, people are going to tend to say, oh, they're going to get refocused, but it's going to be really hard for them to refocus after that tough rivalry loss at home on senior night. Both teams senior laden. If Kent State was maybe a little bit younger, I would probably have backed Ohio here, just having more seniors, but Kent State starts 3 seniors as well. So give me the Golden Flash. I think they get it done. I will lay the 3.5.
Love it. Oh, that's the end of slide 1.
You actually don't love it because you're on.
No, I love the battle.
You're on Ohio.
No, I know. I love the battle. Ohio, you're going to be so upset when you're like, Kent State, man, just shit the bed tonight. They were up 9 with 4 minutes left, and then Miami, and then Ohio. Pavletsky opens it up from downtown, covers. Did you guys do the Rithmm ad by chance? Perfect. All right. Middle State is playing La Tech. Middle Tennessee's laying 1.5. La Tech is playing pretty decent ball, if I'm not mistaken. Or am I mistaken? Pull up. There we go.
I mean, they've won, 3 of their last 4. Beat Liberty on the road, beat Delaware. I mean, Delaware's not really a team that really didn't really matter. But, I mean, 11-9 in conference. Been kind of so-so. 4 of their last 7, 4-3 in their last 7. I don't know. Yeah, decent. They did lose to Middle Tennessee State. Got routed at Middle, and then lost that game to Middle won that game against Middle by 1. Kind of an interesting line here, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take Louisiana Tech money line, but no bet.
Torn here. Middle Tennessee's been solid. I mean, they've been winning, been covering lately. I don't know. This line stinks. La Tech, they played them the first time, lost by 30, and then the second time they beat them. I think that first time was a little bit of a variant. I'll take La Tech in the neutral. No bet. I don't like this game. I don't like betting on La Tech, but I think it is a spot for them tomorrow. Middle Tennessee won 5 straight, coming in here, feeling good. Maybe La Tech comes ready to play and knows that there's only one way into the tournament tomorrow.
Yeah, and Liberty lost. So definitely got some momentum from both of these teams. So yeah, give me I'm not overthinking it. I don't care about Louisiana Tech, this line. It's all noise. Get that noise out of here. I'm gonna go with Middle Tennessee State. They've been hot, been dominant. I think they're a team to look out for in this tournament with how well they've been playing defense. So yeah, give me Middle Tennessee State tomorrow. I'll just take them money line with the juice a little bit there. Duke laying 19.5 against Florida State. Over-under is 153.5. I am not figuring out a bet on this game. I'm just going to lay it with Duke. No bet, because I don't want to lay it this many points in a conference tournament game. And I for sure as hell, and with the injury news, but I don't want to fade Duke right now either. When I fade Duke, that bet loses by 35. So, yeah, give me Duke, no bet. Third no bet of the day.
Yeah, I'll take Florida State. I mean, Florida State played into a 4-point game earlier this year, too. Florida State's got a game under their belts. They've been playing really good down the stretch here. This is way too many points. Give me Florida State plus a 19.5. They're going to lose this game by like 11 or 12. They're going to hang in. They're going to hang in for about 35 minutes and then fall apart.
Yeah. Immediately when this line opened at the 19.5 on FanDuel, I took it. I got plus 19.5 with Florida State. I think they're playing really good ball here as of late. You've got Duke, who's out. Caleb Foster had surgery on his foot on Sunday, and then you're also out their big man. Golly, why am I blanking on his name? If somebody could help me. Ngongba, he's out with a foot. John Shire's already said that they're kind of going to possibly rest some players. I think Florida State is going to be able to keep this close. I mean, Duke wins, yeah, but 19.5, get the hell out of here. I'm already seeing this down to 18.5. I'm glad I bet it when I did. It's trending down to 17.5 now as well. So I'm glad I took it right when the line opened.
Houston's laying 7.5 against BYU. Over-under is 151.5. Get this BYU shit out of here. I will lay it with Houston. BYU has been dominating. Has been solid as of late. This just feels like a Houston spot where I think they're going to take this tournament pretty seriously. They're destined to be a 3 seed, a 2 seed right now, where they've been a 1 seed. So I think Houston steps the gas on BYU, who's been rolling hot. BYU steps it back a little bit. They're just not physical enough to keep up with Houston, especially even though they have had the hot hand and already 2 games on this court. Houston has plenty of experienced guys that played on this stupid freaking luminescent court. Give me Houston, lay it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I already bet. I got -9 with Houston, but yeah, I think they kill them. They played the first time at BYU. Houston won by 11. Devonsa went for 28. Richie Saunders played that game, so they had to focus on him. He did not have a good shooting night. He had like 7 points, but still played 33 minutes. That takes heat off of Devonsa. He went for 28. And now we've seen Devonsa do his thing for the last 2 games here. You think Kelvin Sampson hasn't noticed in that coaching staff? They're going to have it schemed up. Take away Devonsa. I like under Devonsa props tomorrow, points or whatever. I think Houston's like, fine. If anybody else is going to beat us, so be it, but it will not be Devonsa. Give me Houston -9. I already laid it.
Yeah, you also got to realize that in that game in the Marriott Center there in Provo, Tugler was in foul trouble basically all game. Only played 24 minutes, yet they still won by 11. Now you get BYU down Richie Saunders playing their 3rd game in 3 days against the tough-ass Houston defense. Yeah, give me the Cougars all day. Lock it up.
Connecticut laying 14.5 against Xavier here. Over-under is 151.5. Connecticut get Dan Hurley back after his $20,000 fine and bump of the coach. He explained that to John Fanta tonight on the DePaul pregame show. So I watched that. Interesting stuff there. Listen, Xavier's terrible. And Xavier's got their ass kicked by UConn. Plenty. Trust me. I think Xavier steps it up here, finds a way to get this one done, and cover at least. They had the momentum hot. Now they're getting this UConn team who, when they cover, they dominate and win by like 30. But when they're flirting with the cover, they end up only winning by like 10 to 12 points. So with these big spreads, I think Xavier can hang around, keep it up offensively where they've thrived. They only scored 60 against Connecticut and 67 the game before. You can't lose by 30 3 games in a row. Come on, Xavier, step it up. I'll take them plus the points. I'll let this number continue to climb. It's already 15.5.
I have bet this game already. And I have bet the Connecticut Huskies minus 15. Hurley off the loss to Marquette. He got ejected. Now you got Xavier coming in here. They got a big win today. Against I forget whoever they played, but big win there. And then they're feeling good. Now they're coming in here. Now you got Hurley back. They're at MSG. UConn off a loss, and then Hurley's gonna beat the brakes off a little Dick Pitino. I'm sorry, Richard Pitino in front of Slick Rick, who's going to be sitting courtside, which you already know he is. So give me UConn. They're going to mess them up. Lay the 15 with UConn.
Yeah, I'm going to take Xavier plus the 15.5, but no bet for me. I'm going to stay away from this. I am getting scared off just because of UConn off the loss at Marquette. So Hurley could be motherfucking his team and getting his team ready to play, and they could roll here. So off of that principle, I'm going to stay away, but I would be on the Xavier plus the 14.5 side. We'll look at that the over as well, especially with UConn being pissed off. They're going to come out ready to play.
Georgia laying 6.5 against Ole Miss here. Over under is 159.5 here. Georgia laying the spread against Ole Miss. Ole Miss off of a win where they win outright against Texas, catching the similar number. And they really stepped it up defensively against Texas and held them down, where Texas has been able to thrive. As much as I want to say, I think that it's another under for how Ole Miss plays. This is Georgia, battle of tempo here. I'm going to take UGA, team total over 81.5. They're fully capable of scoring 100. We've seen this tempo scorch it many times. But I don't think Ole Miss can reciprocate the defense 2 days in a row, even with their style of tempo and slow play. Normally I favor these defensive sluggish magnets, but I'm going to go with the high tempo vapor offense of UGA here. Let's go. Team total over 81.5. Let's go, dogs. Woo, woo, woo.
Did you say 84 or 81.5?
1.
81? Buddy, sign me up. I'm with you. Georgia, 81.5. This Ole Miss team, they don't give it. I think whether you lay it or you take the team total over for Georgia, I think you're safe. Ole Miss is packed it in. This team has given up a long time ago. I don't think Chris Beard likes his team. I don't think this team likes Chris Beard. They're not playing the style of basketball that Ole Miss wants to play, or Chris Beard wants to play. I think Georgia runs it up on them. Give me over 81.5, Georgia. This is going to be something like 89 to 72 as the final.
Yeah, I will not be getting as cute as you guys here on this one. I'm just going to lay it with Georgia minus the 6.5. Ole Miss off the upset win over Texas, maybe possibly ruining Texas's season and keeping them out of the big dance. Lightning doesn't strike twice. Give me Georgia minus 6.5. They win 79-62.
Well, that's not cool. So you're rooting for us to get fucked?
Oh, they win 82-69.
Damn, man. That's cold.
That's
that better? Is that better?
That's cold. We won't forget.
I just
Where
said
were
80.
you?
Where were you when I told you to not get cute?
Wow.
Wait, I'm right.
Wow. Dusty with the order. Carne asada, carnitas, and al pastor with a pint of guac, tomatillo green. I love tomatillo green salsa.
Shout out. Hey, shout out the place you went.
Yeah, I'm hungry. No. I don't.
I know it's in Arizona. I might be out there in May, so give me the
I'm in
spot.
Indiana. I don't have as good of tacos, but I will say there's good Mexican spots around here. But I like to find those kind of like food trucks sometimes with the tacos. You know, I like those. Those are my like on the road. If I can see that and stop there, I'm gonna stop there. And I like that we still get family restaurants. You know, there's not like too many chain Mexican restaurants. Yes, Chipotle, all that bullshit. Hot take: Chipotle is the worst one of the three. Give me freaking
Get the fuck out of here. Chipotle number 1.
worst one of the three. Give me that Moe's Crunchwrap Supreme all day over any of that.
Fuck no, Chipotle. God damn.
Nope.
Brown rice, little extra, chicken, black beans, fajita veggies, side tortillas, make your own taco bar.
Slop. It's nope. Are you sure you want the chicken, sir? Okay, let me get it out of the millimeters of we'll weigh it in millimeters. Anywho, good old Mexican chain talk there. Charlotte laying a 1.5 against Tulane. Over unders 145.5. This game stinks.
This game fucks.
No, this game stinks because I don't know what Tulane we're going to get. Are we going to get the Tulane that's going to shit the bed after scoring 81 and holding Memphis, given they did score 95 to the game before that. And now you're getting a Charlotte team that was hot but struggled late in the season. I'm going to go with Tulane here, riding the hot hand, but this will be a no bet for me. I'm worried about them shooting against Charlotte's defense. So give me Tulane, no bet.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like Tulane again. Beat a bad Memphis team, but I think they can play well. Ron Hunter in the tournament, you know, they look good today. I think they run it back tomorrow. I think Tulane goes on a little run here. You know, they've got the talent, they've got the guys. We've seen it. It's just a matter of stringing it together. And if they're going to keep putting them as dogs, I like it even more. So I will take Tulane. Ride the wave. Let's go.
Yes, sir. I'm going to be on Tulane as well. I think that they continue to get it done. They're going to make a nice little run here in the American for Greg Glenn. You know, would have been a senior this year, had that tragic accident that led to his death. I think Tulane gets up, plays for him. They go on a little run, and we see a good little March Madness story. Yeah, Brumball is a fucking dog too, Beeves. 35 tonight.
All right, Davidson laying 6.5 against Loyola Chicago here. Over unders 132.5. I don't want to lay 6.5 with Davidson, and I don't want to touch this Loyola Chicago team, although they've kind of been riding the hot hand. Give me the under full game here. I don't know if I'll bet this one though. I'm not going to write it off. Check the picks page, but just with these unders with the foul game on 3 possession spreads has been really tough. So I need to sleep on this one.
Yeah, I like Loyola plus the 6.5 in money line again. Again, team woke up. They didn't look good for 35 minutes, but fuck, once they, you know, and that first half was ugly too. They couldn't hit shit. Coming back here, and then now you got Dave. They came back against whoever, I forget who they played. So many games. Got it done, and now they got Davidson. I think Davidson's a good test. Loyola, yes, they've been bad, but they've been playing, you know, decent down the stretch, won some games, had a big comeback again today. They didn't fold where they normally would during the regular season, where they would say, fuck it, pack it in, lose this game by 15. I think they're fighting for Valentine. I think they're playing well. I think it was just a season with injuries and just shit didn't go well. It was a bad season. They had a lot of expectations on themselves. They didn't hold up, and there was a lot of heat on them. I think no expectations here in this tournament. They're playing really well. I think they get another win tomorrow. I like Loyola plus 6.5 in money line. And shout out Idaho. I lost, Huff won, but shout out Idaho.
Shout out Idaho. Just the whole story, 1990, first time back in the tournament. Let's go. We got a lot of first timers and a lot of droughts that ended this March Madness already.
Yeah, I'll be on Loyola Chicago plus 6.5. Sister Jean Magic. Let's roll.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. Sister Jean. Forgot she passed away.
Man,
It's Sister Jean March.
never forget, Trevor. Unbelievable. NC Central playing against UMeS. Oh God. Yeah, they are still laying a point here. Looks like the line has stayed true. Central played horrible last time out against South Carolina State at home. They have to pick it back up against this UMeS team who's horrible. But yeah, they just lost to freaking Central, but I don't care. Give me Central bouncing back after the last game, but this will be a no bet for me. So, like my fifth no bet on the sixth no bet on the day.
Oh my God, what have you become? I like Central too. 10 Central here. No real faith in this. This conference is absolutely ridiculous. It's crazy.
It's not at Central. It's a tournament game.
Yeah, it's in neutral.
Yeah, my bad. Did I say? Oh, I whatever. My bad. Yeah, Central I think is a better team. I'll take him here, but I'm not betting this game.
Yeah, I will bet it. NC Central money line. I love betting these gross games. Everybody knows it. I'll trust the better coach in Lavelle Moten, better coach team in the postseason. They get it done.
I knew Lavelle Moten was going to get mentioned on that. I like betting those gross games too, but I don't know. UMass played good against Central, man, last time out.
But they lost by 4. That's all I need. They can play good, just lose.
That's fair. Southern laying 4.5 here against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Arkansas Pine Bluff, solid season for them for how bad that they've been. Give me Arkansas Pine Bluff plus 4.5. I know the Southern team, another good team in March, especially picks it up and reigns true that defense wins championships as Southern has done. But Pine Bluff, good story. It just feels like the right move and right call. Something in my gut's telling me with Arkansas Pine Bluff. They've had a great season, a good story. And this is going to continue running and getting it done. And, these good stories, these teams that have been struggling and getting it done and also having a turnaround season has been another key theme here in March. I think Arkansas Pine Bluff is one of those. Give me APB here, plus 4.5.
Yeah, that center for Idaho is going to be a hit in next week on Thursday. I can tell you that much. Yeah, I'll take the better team.
13 seed, maybe 14.
14 probably. It'll be fun.
Montana.
I'll take the better team. What's that?
It doesn't matter. I was just saying, yeah, 13 or 14. One of those two.
Yeah. I'll take Southern here. Better team. They've got experience in this situation here in March, but no bet. I do not want to get involved with the SWAC tomorrow.
I want to go to the
SWAC. I have it on, but I don't want to get involved.
I want to go to the SWAC.
Going to it would be fun.
I would go to any conference tournament because let me tell you this. I probably can't speak for Elliot with the Big 12, and I know with my experience with the Big 10, a little tougher, but I may or may not. I did buy floor seats for one of the doubleheader game, the semis, but I may or may not have just walked down for the other game. So it's like, you can do whatever you want at these conference tournaments, man. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, I'll lay it here with Southern, but I'm gonna stay off of a bet. Did they only play once this year? I believe so. APB beat Southern. Yeah, give me some revenge, but no bet. I don't want to lay 4.5.
UT Arlington's laying 5.5 here against Southern Utah with this phony ass tournament here in the WAC. Just get this freaking tournament over with. Goodness. Give me Arlington. They've been playing good. finally stepped it up, looked good on defense, but nope. Give me no bet here. I'm not touching. I'm not going to write off the whack completely right now tonight, but I'm not touching it unless I really like it. And hey, Utah Valley, give me a couple million, please.
Yeah. I'll take Arlington here. Came in just not playing well. Reset, new season. Lost Southern Utah last time out. Also at a little bit of revenge, but I think they're just the more talented team. They've got history here. I think they're the better team. They'll get it done. Lay the 5.5, but I will not be betting this game either.
I said I wasn't going to bet that last game. I'm going to do a little 2-team money line parlay. I'm going to take Southern on the money line, UT Arlington on the money line. Little Maverick Jaguar 4-legged parlay. Give me I'll figure what that is right now. Punching it in. I'm going to put it in right now, but that'll be little 2-teamer. Haven't done one yet, so always got to go at least have one 2-teamer on the docket.
Don't punch in the Maverick and Jaguar on your phone. You may end up at a strip club on Maps. Let's go. The Maverick, the Jaguar. San Diego State laying 4.5 against Colorado State here. Over-under is 145.5. I just know that because I know that the Jaguar is an establishment, just by research purposes, and Indianapolis is a strip club. And the Maverick, that sounds like one. That's probably around there somewhere in the world. But anywho, San Diego State laying 4.5 against the Rams here. Over-under is 145.5. Something feels weird about this, but I think it's just because the books know that San Diego State's not the same team that they've been, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They're less physical. But now you're getting a Colorado State team that's kind of phony, especially offensively and away from home. They look like they look kind of – I was watching them today. They just looked horrible, looked kind of discombobulated. But I do respect Allie Faroukmaneh. She's going to get this program back to where they were the last few years. And I don't think it starts this year. They had a good run, but at times they're a total up and down team. And like I said, really struggle offensively. I think we're going to see a San Diego State team step it up defensively even more. And this is Dutcher and San Diego State in March. Give me the 4.5. Lay it.
Yeah, San Diego State has not been impressive. I know this is get off my screen. I know they have history, or Dutcher's been really good, but they ended the season horribly. Colorado State's finished pretty well, lost to Boise State, but they've beaten this team already. They beat them by 11. I mean, they went on the road. They got pieced up, so it is what it is. But that was the middle of the season when they lost. They won 3 games from December 9th until the 31st of January, and they finished the season really hot. Coming in here, I think they hit shots. I think they get it done. San Diego State's just been very underwhelming this year. They do have talent, but I just don't buy into this fresh start for them. Maybe they prove me wrong, but I just haven't seen any flashes of anything really. And Colorado State's played really well, lost at home to end the season. I think they come in here ready to play after the Fresno game as well, and they're playing good ball. One loss since the 31st of January. So give me Colorado State. They play well. I think San Diego State wins, but I don't think they win by margin tomorrow.
I'm going to lay it here with San Diego State. I'm kind of right there on the similar angle with you, Huff. I think they're going to kind of get it rolling here. They got some good pieces on their roster that are kind of seasoned veterans. So with Miles Bird, Reese Waters, I think they make a little push here. Haven't been as good as we've expected, like Trev mentioned, but I think they can get it done here. Colorado State, not at home. They've kind of, after that Boise State loss at home, struggled a little bit with Fresno State. I just don't think that they're going to be able to get it done. San Diego State's going to avenge that loss of 9 that Colorado had at home against them. So give me the Aztecs minus the 4.5.
Let's go. Western Kentucky laying 1.5 here against Kennesaw State. Over/under is 157.5 here in a wide open conference tournament now. Kennesaw, much better team at home. Both these teams all had a winning streak and then lost their last 2 games, so similar stories and end of their season. I think Western Kentucky is a phony-ass team, and I just don't like them, especially offensively. And I know that they play LA Fitness ball sometimes. And yes, they probably can with Kennesaw State. Could be a high-scoring game, but I think that kind of favors Kennesaw more than it does Western Kentucky. I'll take Kennesaw State, but this will be a no bet for me. 7 no bets only so far. We still got a lot.
Yeah, Kennesaw for me too. Beat them twice this year. They've played well down the stretch. Western Kentucky dropped their last 2, and they didn't just drop them. They got housed. Lost by 13 to Missouri State on the road. All right, so be it. Then they go to FIU, lose by 25. So they end the season losing by 13 and 25. Kennesaw is playing really well. I know they're not at the Owl's Nest. We like them there, but I think they're the better team. They've beaten them twice already. I don't, this whole, we talked about it on Kerm's show, the whole tough to beat a team 3 times. I've been playing the team that's won a bunch lately, and it's been cashing. I mean, look at UC Davis, won again outright tonight after they won handily the first 2 games, and they were 4.5, 5-point dogs tonight. So I think Kennesaw is just the better team, better matchup, I should say. Between these 2, I'll take them plus 1.5.
And I will battle you here. I'll kind of battle you on that principle of hard to beat a team 3 times. I think it is. I'll stick to my guns in that, and we'll see if that trend holds true tomorrow with the Hilltoppers.
Get out of here. Cal State Northridge, UC San Diego. UC San Diego's laying 4.5 here against CSUN. Over under 155.5. I like CSUN here, man. I know that they struggled as of late to end the season, and UC San Diego's been hot, but I think CSUN can step it up, and we see 2 clashing styles of play. But it's going to favor the CSUN team offensively that just got their brakes blown off. I am worried about them being able to defend the 3. So if UC San Diego's hot, could be an issue for sure there in the Lee's Family Forum, but against the CSUN defense. But let's go CSUN. They have the rebounding advantage. I think that they can win the interior game and win down low. I think that's going to favor CSUN to at least keep it close. I will take them plus 4.5. Yeah,
well, right now I'm bringing a knife to a gun, or whatever the saying is, a pool noodle to a gunfight here, or whatever. UC San Diego, I like 4.5. Beat them twice this year. They beat them nicely too. CSUN's kind of flopped and floundered down the stretch here, and then San Diego's played really well. They lost to Fullerton on the road by 4. I think they're playing better basketball. I think they've got their number. I'll lay it with them. Tomorrow it's winning time, and UC San Diego knows what this is about. I think they turn it on tomorrow.
Yeah, Northridge has beat this team twice. I might be fading my angle here because I'm going to be on CSUN plus the 4.5. I think it's too many points. Maybe San Diego squeaks out a win, but I just feel like it's too many points, especially with UC San Diego off the back-to-back and Northridge having the rest advantage as well with the kind of the pace that they like to play too. I like Northridge here plus the 4.5.
Let's go CSUN. UCLA laying 11.5 against Rutgers. Over/under is 144.5. Shouted you out earlier, Trevor, on the show. Good call on the Rutgers play. You're the
banger line call.
Yep, you're the Rutgers whisperer through the little slits in the night mask. What are you whispering and talking through? Are you wearing the armor tomorrow again against Mick Cronin or Dick Cronin?
I am.
Dick Monin and Gronin.
Dick Monin and Gronin is going to help me cover this 11.5 with Rutgers. I do think they win, or they cover the spread. They're playing really good ball. I went over the games last night. I'll pull them up again, but they've been playing really tight down the stretch, getting some wins. We saw it tonight. They played a Minnesota team that's caught a bunch of teams, and they handled them with business. I mean, they lost to Minnesota by 19 on the road, so maybe a bit of revenge there too. But Washington 7-point loss, Michigan State 4-point loss. Otherwise, to beat Penn State, Maryland. So not the who's who, but they've beaten teams that they were supposed to, and then they played really tight against some of these other teams. I mean. USC was a 3-point loss. Michigan State was a overtime game again. Like they played tough teams down the stretch and played them tight. I'll take Rutgers plus the 11.5. Sprinkle in money line too. Maybe some coin tonight. I can throw a little bit on it. It's a big number, but what has UCLA done to lay this number? I don't get it. Give me Rutgers. They're playing good. They're playing really good defense. Tariq Francis, baller, gonna get some buckets tomorrow. So give me UCLA. Also, I believe UCLA kicked the shit out of Rutgers. Yeah, they beat them by 32 at home. So Rutgers is not going to forget that.
Yeah. So you're taking Rutgers or UCLA?
Rutgers and the sprinkling money line.
Okay. Yeah, I like it too. I'm going to go on the under here, though. I think regardless of if they do cover or not, I think they're going to cover in a gross fashion down in the 60s. And we see this number go down and shut down UCLA's offense. Or if UCLA does cover this number, they win like 70 to 50 something, and we get the under here. So I'm going to go under 144.5 for Rutgers UCLA. The tempo's perfect for that, and hopefully UCLA can step it up on defense. They got the offense to scare me on the under, but this is Rutgers we're talking about. I think even if they keep it close, they're going to do it, like I said, and keep the pace down and possessions down total. So, yeah, if I had to pick, I'll take Rutgers, but I'm going to bet the under.
Yeah, I'm taking Rutgers. I'm seeing it up to 12.5 now, so I will take the plus 12.5. Think it's too many points. Right there with you, Trev. On a neutral, Rutgers defense should kind of prevail here. Their slow pace of play. UCLA also plays at a pretty slow pace as well. So I just don't see them pulling away here. Give me Rutgers plus the 12.5. Thinking about letting it climb versus betting it now at 12.5. I'll probably just let it climb though.
No, for sure. I think it probably climbs.
Yeah, I'll let it climb as well. Maybe I'll double down and take Rutgers as well, plus the points, and double down on this game. Tough one to double down on though. Kansas TCU. Kansas is laying 5.5. Over under is 142.5 here. Elliott, Big 12 guy over there. TCU has been rolling. You got the. I don't know. I don't think you went today, but I know you're familiar with it. You're familiar with what's going on in the Big 12 tournament. Are you going to take your rivals here, or are you taking the hot TCU team right
now? I'm probably, I was talking to one of my buddies, big KU fan. If this was a morning game or an afternoon game, I would definitely be on TCU here. They've really, really struggled in the kind of the morning at mid-afternoon slates. Give me KU. Was looking at this over under 141.5. I kind of like that. Give me KU on the money line. I'm not going to lay the 5.5. I'd almost tempted to be on TCU with the plus 5.5, but I think KU gets it done. Home court, home crowd. They'll be rocking opposite session as Iowa State. So Iowa State's not going to fill up a lot of the tickets. KU will have a majority of the tickets here. So yeah, give me KU on the money line, and I'll look to maybe pair something. I might end up doing just Miami of Ohio money line with KU money line if I can't find anything else. That'd be my fallback.
Yeah, I'm going to do a Kansas money line with something too. Probably Wisconsin or Iowa State. Something I'll get down on. So I'm with Elliott. Basically the same exact thing. Basically, so yeah, I think they beat them. TCU, good win today, but Kansas in this tournament here, in this building. It's going to be all Jayhawks fan. They're gonna start this tournament run with a big win here against TCU.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to lay it with Kansas here. I think TCU steps it back on the offensive side of the ball, and Kansas gets it done, finds a way with the home fans by their side. Clemson versus North Carolina. Clemson off of their win against Wake Forest, playing a Caleb Wilson-less North Carolina team now for the rest of the season. I think this North Carolina team is terrible without this, and Clemson. This just feels like the Clemson's the upset team in the ACC tournament. We saw it with Virginia Tech a while back. I think Clemson can get this one done and make a little run here on the short spread, only catching 1.5 against North Carolina. To me, the line's telling. Maybe they're shortening it a little bit too much because of the injury news, but I think they're a completely different team without it. Clemson may be on the less physical side of things, but they already got a win. They've been working it. I think they find a way to get it done here against North Carolina. Let's go Clemson.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like Clemson plus the 1.5 or whatever it is. The first game they played North Carolina, Clemson lost in the Dean Dome by 4. North Carolina made 12 threes. They shot 44% from the line, only had 9 turnovers, and they out-rebounded Clemson. So it was a 4-point game. Clemson got out-rebounded, and they were -5 in the 3-point department, so plus 15 for North Carolina, and they shot 44%. I think Clemson gets them here. North Carolina played a really good shot a really good game. But only scored 67 and only won by 4 when you outscored them by that and out-rebounded. I think Clemson plays a much better game here tomorrow. I think they get the win. Let's go Clemson.
Yep, I'm right there with you guys. Clemson on the money line for me. North Carolina, yeah, it's been fun without Caleb Wilson, but now they know he's officially out for the season after breaking his thumb now, trying to dunk. Not quite sure why you're trying to dunk when you have a broken hand or healing from a broken hand, but hey, that's besides the point. Just played Duke, got a good cover. Thank you. Now I'll fade you. Give me Clemson. They're going to be playing for a little bit more. They're looking to have that momentum going into tournament play after they had dropped 5 of their last 7 down the stretch. So really think Clemson could possibly be live for a little sprinkle ACC outright for the tournament champion.
Texas A&M versus Oklahoma here. Texas A&M laying 2.5 against the Sooners. Over under is 160.5. Oklahoma, man, they've been playing good. They were struggling early, found a way to get it done in dominant fashion against South Carolina in the second half. Now they're getting this A&M team who was hot as hell and kind of struggled as of late. They won by 4 against Oklahoma on the road last time out. They also won by 7 at home way back in January. I think A&M's got Oklahoma's number. They put this Oklahoma hot streak to bed. Analytically, just not there. And this hot streak, their wins have came. Yeah, I'll give them Georgia, but Auburn, LSU, Missouri, and Texas. So, and no disrespect to Missouri and Texas, but all disrespect to Auburn. Give me A&M. I'm going to take the juice here and take the money line. I bet people bet Oklahoma, and it goes down a little bit. So I'm going to wake up and bet Texas A&M on the money line tomorrow.
Yep. Oklahoma. Good God. Texas A&M. Good Lord. Texas A&M money line. Now we're good. Bucky Ball here. Bucky McMillan, a lot of success in Samford, and they know what this tournament life is all about. Oklahoma, yeah, cool. You beat South Carolina today. Your defense didn't look good, and if you're going to let South Carolina score on you like that, Texas A&M is going to score 140 points. I think through a full 40, Texas A&M comes out on top. Much better offense. Oklahoma's not going to be able to keep up here. They had their big get-up game today, if you could put it in that, quote-unquote, and they got it done. but gave up a ton of points. So I think A&M runs it up, scores all the points. Sooners are going to run out of gas at some point offensively and not be able to keep up. So let's go A&M.
The total is 160.5, but I also see some things 163.5. So shop around.
Yeah, I'm saying 160. I'm saying 162.5. Oklahoma 5-game win streak so far. Last time out, their last loss was to Texas A&M at home. I think me and you were on that game, Huff. I will take Oklahoma to kind of continue the winning streak here, but a little nervous in this, so it's going to be a no bet for me.
Yeah, little nerves there. Come on, Bucky. Villanova laying 7.5 against Georgetown. Over-unders 142.5. I won't overthink it. Villanova's been rolling, and they continue to roll here. But I want to see if you guys bet this for me to bet this. Just because Villanova's been dominating with this Kevin Willard run. I'm definitely not betting Georgetown here. So
I like Georgetown. Georgetown, good win tonight, fought. Iwachuchu or Chuwu or whoever was talking about it in the after game. They felt they were a little disrespected coming in. They didn't get onto awards lists. Some players didn't get awards. So they were looking for awards this year. No dice on that, but they played pretty damn good and like a pissed off team. Now I know you get Villanova, they're really damn good. But Cooley and Willard go way back. They coached together, assistants. Forget what school, but they coached together. These two know each other. This is going to be a tight game. I'm taking Georgetown plus the 7.5. I think this is a one-possession game. Comes down to it. Two former co-workers and friends going at it. They know each other well. So give me Georgetown with the points.
Yeah, I'll take Villanova. I'm right there with you, though. I think I'm going to lay off of a bet, though, here. So bring a knife to a gunfight with you, Trev. If you end up betting Georgetown, take the Cats, no bet.
All right, yeah, probably no bet for me. Florida Atlantic versus North Texas. What a logo here. The Florida Atlantic guy himself, that was in Chicago, right, Trev?
Yeah. Barstool Invitational, whatever, to open the year.
Yeah.
Beat the shit out of Loyola.
That's right.
Trevor's third favorite team.
North Texas lane, we're catching 2.5 against Florida Atlantic. Over/under is 137.5. Trevor, what are you doing here with your Florida Atlantic Owl boys?
Yeah, why FAU is here. They beat Temple for a third time this year. Right? Yeah, so the teams are winning too. It seems like they have their number. So there's that. I'm pretty sure North Texas beat them twice. Anywho, pull this up. Florida Atlantic beat them, and that was the only time they played. Okay, so 1-0 against them this year. That's all right. But North Texas defense is obviously what makes this motor go for North Texas here. Now we're getting a neutral court here. North Texas defense, I think, is going to be locked down. FAU, the offense didn't look great today. They just lucked out, and Temple's offense was equally as bad. I think I think they show up with that tomorrow. North Texas is going to suffocate them and win this game handily. So I'll take North Texas in this game. I think they get it done. I hate fading my Owl boys, but they're not good. If they're going to go on a run and cost me some money, so be it. But I just don't think they're good, especially on the road. So I will take North Texas tomorrow.
I love taking teams that you love emotionally that you fade. Give me Florida Atlantic on the money line, especially when it's Wisconsin. I love that. But yeah, give me Florida Atlantic on the money line. They've looked well. They look pretty good today, and they played a similar style game to what they're going to see from this North Texas team. So yeah, defense takes you far, but I think Florida Atlantic can step it up. They need to find their shots because they really couldn't this game or last game against Temple in a gross ass game. So another mucky one tomorrow. Play in the mud, cinder blocks kind of offensive game. Find a way, Florida Atlantic. Find a way. Muted.
Oh, rookie.
I'm going to take Florida Atlantic minus the 2.5. I think that they get it done, ride the momentum from tonight's win against Temple, and they take care of business. This North Texas team, not your typical North Texas team. Let's go Owls.
I'm with you. Utah Tech laying 3.5 against Abilene Christian here. Over-under is 142.5. This Utah Tech team, man, they were feisty, but this is a whack game we're talking about. I'll take Utah Tech minus the 3.5. No bet for now. We'll see if I end up betting it on the Pump Fake Pod live tomorrow.
Yeah, Utah Tech on the road, not as not as big of a fan as I am as them at home with a little bit of advantage. Now, knock that advantage down. They beat Abilene Christian twice this year. They're laying 3.5. I know they've beaten them twice, but
3 times.
They haven't been as good. They played 3 times?
Yep, the whack.
Oh, that's right. They have that only 7 teams. Fuck, I got it, dude. Give me Abilene Christian plus the 3.5. 4th time? Come on, you gotta fucking show up and win. Give me Abilene Christian plus a 3.5. I might just do money line because fuck it. If they lose, they lose. If they cover, they're gonna win the game.
Ah, God, come on. Dixie State's better. Utah Tech.
Yeah, I like Dixie State. I don't know about this Utah Tech team though. I'll take Abilene Christian plus 3.5. No bet though. The whack is whack.
I may be battling tomorrow on the Pump Fake Pod. I'm not betting that till tomorrow night though. New Mexico is playing. Why am I blanking on that? San Jose State after an upset to Boise State. Shout out San Jose State. Is there a line on this one yet? I don't see anything.
I haven't seen one yet. I got the odds board pulled up. I don't see anything.
Well, I'm assuming to lay it. New Mexico, a bubble team, and they got a lot to play for. San Jose State just had a great performance. You guys agree with that, Kat? You can't find a line?
Yep, spot on.
Yep, I agree.
On. I mean, San Jose played great. Boise, I'm glad I didn't lay it because I would look like a fucking retard. But holy shit, that season from hell for Boise is put to rest. You know, see if they go to the NIT or CBI or whatever. No way they get into the Crown, right? No way.
What the Crown? I can't even believe that exists. Cal State Fullerton. They're gonna let like 9 and 29 teams into that. Cal State Fullerton UC Davis. I don't see a line on this one yet either. You guys? It just happened. So
KenPom has this as a 1-point game, so it might be Fullerton minus 1.5.
Davis is hot right now. I'll take Davis, even though Fullerton's off rest. They're hot. No bet though.
Yeah, I'll take Davis too. They played Fullerton this year, beat them by 5 at home, and then on the road lost by 1, 93-92. High-scoring game. Fullerton coming in, playing, I believe – I just had the wrong team pulled up. Fullerton, yeah, they beat CSUN, UC San Diego lost Hawaii. Playing good ball down the stretch here. But Davis got a big win under the belt. They beat Santa Barbara for the 3rd time this year. Now they get to play Fullerton, a team they beat, and they played it in a 1-point game. I'll take Fullerton on the money line in this one. Or I'm sorry. Davis. Davis is playing Fullerton. Good God. Davis money line.
I'll take Fullerton on the money line. We'll see if I end up betting it. I'll look at the total of this game too. Might bet the over. You got Davis, playing at a pretty high tempo defense, good solid defense. However, back to back, usually when your legs are lacking, you'll be able to score a little bit, but you might give some away on the offensive side of the ball. So look at the over possibly when it comes out.
All right. Before we get out of here, great show, guys. Do you have a
So that fucking angle freaks me out. I don't know why. The triple like that. I don't know why it freaks me out.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Now my OCD is kicking in.
We got the bracket there. I'm in the East region.
It looks like a spider. Like I see a spot. No. We're good. We're good. I'm removing that one.
All right, I'm tripping out now. Good God. Let's get serious one more time here because we got a Rithmm play of the day to give out. Do you guys see anything that you like from Rithmm? What on their model? Before we get out of here.
Let me refresh. Let's see what we got here. Well, first one up is A&M. Wisconsin -7.
All right, well, don't be giving out the whole sauce.
I'm not. No, you think that slide? You guys should see what I'm seeing right now. I'm still scrolling smart signals. There is a lot of good spots out there right now to hop on for price and whatnot.
I've got one.
Let's hear it.
You got?
Let's hear the cap too.
No, I'm just saying that's the he's talking about smart signals. I only have one.
Yeah, I only have one too for the
game
model. What is it? Share it. That could be our play of the day.
You have to share the.
Iowa State, Texas Tech over 143.5. I got a couple more too. I just had to find them, but that's the one I have that I'm seeing.
What game do we just let's not give away everything. What game do we want to attack? Do we think? I nominate Loyola Chicago, A&M, or Wisconsin, whatever one you guys want, or whatever you guys have.
I'm fine with A&M. That sounds good to me.
Sure, I'll write it.
Let's go. We'll go A&M on the money line for the Rithmm play of the day. We liked A&M here earlier, bouncing back. You know, they beat Oklahoma twice already. We know we hear the story about teams. Tough to beat a team 3 times, but in basketball can be a little different. Oklahoma has been rolling, and I think they take a step back offensively against a hot Texas A&M team. Yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of points in this game, but I just don't think Oklahoma is going to be able to keep up necessarily, and Texas A&M finds a way to get it done. In a game of attrition, not on the physical side, but just on the tempo side of things. And I think that's where Oklahoma lacked the last couple games. Give me A&M and Bucky McMillan's first SEC conference game or conference tournament game.
Yeah, Rithmm loves it too. Smart signal on Texas A&M -2.5. 26-11 in this spot, so a great record. Rithmm has A&M by -4.3, so we love that. You can get a cheap A&M moneyline ticket if you don't want to sweat out some points, but Rithmm loves the 2.5. It's been great in these spots, and we love A&M as well. So let's go Aggies, Bucky Ball. Let's get it done tomorrow. Shout out Rithmm. We love Rithmm. Play of the day tomorrow. Let's go A&M.
All right. Well, you heard it here. Yes, we love that. That was a great episode. Good stuff, guys. Kind of the final big slate. So we'll have a more.
Well, Friday's still decent. Like the Big 10 and Big 12, I believe, are still got the quarterfinals. SEC maybe. I think Friday's the best. Like, it's tomorrow Friday.
Tomorrow's Thursday, but tomorrow's the quarterfinals.
Yeah, you're just wrong, buddy.
No, there's Friday. There's quarterfinals for one of them. I know. I saw it. There's still a decent one on Friday. I know. I'm not saying there's as many, but there's still going to be a good amount of games. There'll be, early to sundown games on Friday. It's not quite over.
30.
We'll enjoy it.
Well, enjoy it now because soon we'll be talking 16 games on the March Madness slate, talking NIT ball, 8 games, basically a night. So on that end and other tournaments. So Yes, losing night for me. We'll bounce back tomorrow. Love my picks. We'll get the picks on in the morning. Let's go hit the hay. It's 2:30 Eastern in the morning. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Everyone in the chat, thanks for tuning in. You guys are awesome. You guys are rocking tonight. We absolutely appreciate you. Peace and love, everybody. Let's hit some bets.
Toodles.
Well, I love March.